last man standing. 4-5 sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need to panic. I ain't on the wave like a single.
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by J.W. Group. Screwball peanut butter whiskey. High energy models and events. Tech for Troops, T4T. Verve Performance Labs. The original shot sock now without my shot sock. And Specs Wine, Spirits, and the Finer Foods. What's up, everybody? Man, how y'all doing today? Y'all see the jersey? Y'all see what's going down? Reppin', baby.
Close.
Hey, it was close. It was close. We're going to get to it. But hey, man, thank y'all for joining us again for another great episode of Noonish, man. Coming back at you this week with my awesome co-host. I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. Here with us, we got Mr. El Grande Toro Jonas Bull in the house.
Hey, good morning.
One time for the one time. What's going down, man?
It's going.
See you.
It's going.
Happy to see you, man, after that whole situation. Bro.
Yeah, we can bring that up later.
Yeah, that was crazy.
when we talk about Formula One racing. And
yeah, we'll talk about blowouts in another fashion a little bit later. All
Yeah.
right. Also joining us, you know who it is. Half man, half amazing, always on time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, man?
What's good?
Hey,
Mr.
nothing.
Mark
Here.
Clayton in the house.
Ready to get this show on the road, baby.
Yeah, man, getting it rolling. And hey, we got a very special guest in the house. Man served us 20 years on them streets, 22. Emmitt Smith on them streets, man. You know?
This boy crazy.
You know?
Right.
Dr. Tre Pennie in the
Tre
house. What's
Pennie.
going down, bro?
Man, glad to be here, brother.
Man,
sir.
welcome, man.
Appreciate
So
you.
happy to have you
Appreciate
right
you.
here with us, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot
Yes,
to
sir.
talk
Glad
about,
to be
man.
here.
Got that Texas
man.
Tech on the
Hey, you
chest.
know I had to come in and rep.
Yeah, he did.
He put it, propped
That's
it up on the
bold.
table.
That's
you know?
bold.
Getting ready, man. The Tech boys, they get a
Hey,
win this
man.
weekend?
You know they did.
Yeah?
Hey,
Coming
man,
out.
They fought Houston, man. It was a hard
That was
fight,
good
but
one.
you know they had to clean them up real good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they played that Saturday night game.
Ooh.
I put down a couple margaritas watching that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man. That's
Yeah.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
So you repping hard at Texas Tech.
Oh, you already know, man. Look, Tech, man. I've been with Tech a long time, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
we just hoping
Who
that
would-
they can go ahead and make it over the hump once and for all, man.
Yeah, man. That'll be huge because they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That'd be serious if that happened.
Hey, man. Look,
You know, if you can't win it with Pat Mahomes, dog, you gonna.
Hey. Look, best
Yeah.
quarterback in NFL right now, man.
Yeah.
Come
baby.
out of Tech, so we gotta represent.
Yeah, right on, man. How you feel about OU? You know?
Man, look, them cats get ready to leave Big 12, man. So I don't know. I don't know
You
what
don't
it's
know?
gonna be, man.
Hey,
Y'all just open up the door. Maybe y'all can get a Big 12 championship now.
Man, wow, that's crazy.
Huh?
You see that? You
You
see
know what I'm
that?
saying? Maybe.
But what
It
we
might be
do
the time.
know,
Huh?
we do know with the competition you guys gonna have, you ain't gonna be winning no SEC championship.
I
no
bet we
time
win
soon.
the SEC championship before y'all win the Big 12 championship.
dang.
Bet.
bro.
Man, you know what?
Bet.
So that was a good move. That could be a good move for OU and Texas to get out of there so some other schools can get some notoriety like Baylor and Texas Tech.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we need to bring in some more.
Take
teams.
in
We
one
gotta
of them
bring in some
seeds.
big. We got to bring in some big talent in the Big 12.
Yeah,
that whole thing
Yeah.
got to change.
So didn't
They
they
do.
bring in 4 new teams last week?
They're
It was-
applying.
Yeah.
I mean,
got teams
it's
that's
likely.
applying.
Yeah.
Central Florida, Houston.
I can see Houston
BYU.
somebody good.
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State?
Man.
Who else? North South.
Come on, man. Come on, you playing with us now, man. Come on.
Little pistol starter.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right.
That's
Nah.
a big deal though. But now, Trey, man, what you been up to, bro? Like, you've been here, there, and
Man.
everywhere, man. Here recently on
Been
TV.
busy, man.
You're
Just-
busier now than you were when you were working.
Yeah. You know what, man? I've been an advocate for law enforcement for a long time, man, and just now just being able to go out and do what I do best without having to, worry about the political powers that be. I mean, it's just that much more easier for me. So
Nice.
very appreciative of my long career with Dallas Police Department, but guys, the policing is changing. It's changing, and if you can't change the system from within, man, you got to change it from everything around, So
Yeah.
I'm going into these communities, man, interacting with people and just, let them know that, hey, all these narratives you hear about pushing your police out, and man, that don't work. It don't work, especially for the cities or communities that's already struggling. They need their police. So
you're not on the defund the police?
nah, no way. No way, bro. I came from that. I came from that type of, that type of city. In Houston, we just talked about Houston, man. I, grew up under that. Defund the police. Don't want the police in our community, but at the same time, we were being victimized far more than anywhere else in the country at the time. L.A. had criminal gangs at the time, and we had the murder rate was higher in Houston at the time than L.A. L.A. back then. So. It was a whole nother world I was living in. So that whole idea about not wanting police there and it's not a real thing, man. It's like, everyone's an advocate until they become a victim. And, for my life, that was me. I had to, I was one of these young advocates. We don't want the police here, man. And, I had to see my cousin get killed in front of me at the age of 16. That changed my life, So, a lot of people, a lot of families, look at what's happening in these major cities, Detroit and Chicago, and, a lot of these families living within, this body of crime that they can't get away from. So we don't want to run police out of those communities because they need to be there to protect the people that can't protect themselves.
You one of the good guys, though, man. Like, it's, because, coming up, it's like a complete, and I don't know if this is how you were before you had that experience at the age of 16, and, then you made the choice to go on and to get into law enforcement, but, just the way that we are, we scared of, a lot of people are scared of police, growing up, right? And it's kind of frowned upon, right? The whole profession and that, that criminal justice system, right? In our neighborhoods and in our community, community. So, how, because that.
Well, why?
And we got to break those norms, man. We got to stop letting. Well, we got the wrong influences in the community that promotes these ideas. You know what I'm saying? They benefit off of your fear. They benefit off of you saying, the police are the enemy. So we create this whole idea of, look, everybody got to have an enemy. You know what I'm saying? You think about it in all your Marvel comics. You got the enemy.
Baby.
If you know who the enemy is, it's that much more easier for you to target the enemy. It's that much more easier for you to go against that group of people.
For sure.
And police just so happen to become that enemy because they're easy target. You know who they are. You know that they represent government or they represent this structure in community. So it's easy for the people that's on these narratives to put that in the community and target the community against their police.
And also, just like any other, whatever it may be, like there's always bad apples. It's not just in cops. It's in any office
you preach it.
across America. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's unfortunate those bad apples are the ones that represent the whole. You know what I'm saying? So, I was watching one of your shows the other day that you did. I forget exactly which one it was, but you told a story. I don't want to tell your story. I'd like for you to tell the story.
Man, I can say which one.
Right. So, I was that young kid that was on the sidewalk with my head down between my legs that day, And, but, actually, I was one that was on the bike, though.
Man.
But can you kind of tell that story and, like, just the difference between the way that people police and what it's really about and what it should be about?
I can say this. Look, when I joined Dallas Police back in '99, man, that was this divide between the police and the community. It was, this was a real situation. But, and you had a lot of officers that came, like I said, they taking officers from different states, and the interactions were going to be completely different. So when they told me I was going to be assigned to Oak Cliff, which was the bad area at the time or whatever, right? Hey man, I wanted to go. That's what I was. That's where I'm comfortable at. I'm comfortable in those spaces, but a lot of people didn't want to be there. So just taking you back to that story, that was this tension between the police and the community, specifically in this apartment complex. Really, it's a bad apartment complex, had a lot of shootings, a lot of different stuff going on. So me, being the officer I'm going to drive through and meet and greet everybody, do everything I can to just, kind of break that ice down, let everybody know that, hey, you got real police here that support you.
Bring like a suburb feel to the inner city. That's because that's how some of those police out in the burbs
be like that.
Police.
That's how the policing should be. We can't just talk about community policing when something happened. You know what I'm saying? Community policing is like this whole thing of engaging your community before that situation occurs.
It takes a village to raise these kids, right?
It does.
And the police are part of it, but I don't want to interject in your story.
No, man, you're good. No, man, I just remember, I was driving in through this apartment complex, man, and I tell it from a, more so a political perspective because I want people to see that dichotomy between the two. I'm driving in through the apartment complex, and I see this kid sitting on the curb with his head down between his legs. And, I drive up on side of him. I lean out the window. Hey, little man, everything all right? And he lift his head up. He said, I'm just tired. Put his head back down. I get out the car, walk over to him, say, hey, man, little man, everything all right? What's wrong? And he look up, and he see his buddies riding off on their bikes. He said, my buddy got they riding off on their bikes, and I don't have one. Yeah. And he put his head back down. And I was like, well, why you don't have a bike? He said, my mama couldn't afford to give me a bike. I said, all right. Well, hold on, little man. I'll be right back. So I jumped in my squad car, man. At the time, this is when they had that Toys R Us over off of Redbird.
Yeah.
Man, I'm coming. I'm doing code 3, you know what I'm saying? I'm like the siren, man. I'm going over here.
Right.
And I run in, man. I go grab the best bike I can find in here, man. And I, get the bike and throw it in the back of the squad car. And I'm praying the whole time this kid's still going to be there. Because like I said, there ain't no, this was over like off of Keys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm,
no
I'm
guarantee he's going to be there when you get back.
No guarantee, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, when I tell you code 3, it was code 3, man. I
Yeah.
was trying to get it.
Boy.
So I'm praying the whole time, man. I get there, and true enough, I get there, little dude still sitting there, man. And I get out the car, and I give him the bike, man. Just to see the glow in this kid's eye, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I give him the bike, and he jump on, and he take off with his friends, And I'm thinking about this, like, politically, this is this community. This community has been sitting on the sidelines all these years, like every other community around them are taking off on their bikes.
Yeah.
Right.
And you got this community with the underserved majority minority districts are sitting on the corner while everyone else is taking off.
Absolutely.
And they don't have their bike.
Yes.
And they just waiting for somebody to give them that opportunity or give them that, metaphorically speaking, their bike so they can take off.
The resource.
That was the real story, man. And this kid, man, like I said, I'm hoping. Now I didn't get a chance to interact with the kid. I didn't see him after that. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping that experience put something in that kid to let him believe that you know what, this is real police.
Yes.
This is what
That's
this is.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
This is what it's about. It's not everything I'm watching on TV and hearing from people around me. Right?
These few isolated incidents.
Yeah. And you know what? Look, and when those situations
see
happen,
every
man,
day.
Yes.
When those situations happen, these are bad situations when officers out here, hurting the community, doing different stuff. Man, we got to hold them people accountable. I'm all for you. I'm the first one to say, hey, man, go get them. Let's hold them people. You got to get them out our ranks, man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because it makes it hard for guys that's really trying to do a good job for the community to do their job when you got idiots out there doing stuff they ain't supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm all for that, man. We can handle that. You're gonna catch very many arguments from people within law enforcement because they don't want it. They don't want to deal with that either. So, you know, that's a non-issue.
Right, yeah. I mean, and that's, you think, like, why? Well, we know why. Will you see that incident played on TV over and over and over and over and over and over and over again?
Oh, yeah.
It sells.
Like,
well, I mean, it's pushed. Kind of like music.
by who?
Like the power
The power that beat. The power
like
that
music.
beat.
They rather,
By who?
they rather us hear and play 100,000 times the most ignorant lyrics in the world and never play like Common or somebody that's actually got something behind their message that's good and empowering, right?
Right.
They'll mum them, they'll shush them.
Yeah.
Right.
But anything that's actually bringing value, like they'll shush them. But those that help push their message and what they want people to believe, like it's insane, bro. It's insane. So.
And it's easy, man. It's easy to be, when you vulnerable, man, it's easy to be a victim, man. It's easy for somebody to tell you something that whether they're going to radicalize you one way or the other, they can do it because.
Oh, that's education.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, people.
And that's
most people are
90%
not
of society.
studied.
That's 90% of
Nobody's
people
really
out there. There's so
studying
many
shit.
followers.
Like, they're going to read their own shit.
Yeah, they're going to read
Yeah,
Facebook
research.
messages.
That's it.
Research.
Facebook
If it's on
articles.
Why do
Facebook, hey, you know
research?
what? This true.
Right.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
the game
Come
is
on
run.
now.
You want to make somebody run, just say, let's just look at the stats.
Yeah. Yeah.
The what?
Exactly.
Fuck no.
Exactly. Let's take it to the math. And that's why I love math.
Look at the
Math is my
math
favorite
is amazing.
subject because that's the only true answer. Like the
It is
exact
true.
science, bro. Like if we can't go by
It
these
is
stats, I don't want to go by the
objective.
conversation, bro. I don't want to have a conversation
Yeah.
that I can't bring these facts into the game.
Objective.
You know?
man.
But yeah, so
Beautiful.
now you're retired, formerly sergeant, Tre Pennie now, Dr. Tre
Dr.
Pennie, bro.
Pennie,
I mean,
Dr.
what?
Trey.
Now, was that earned, bro? Or
Was
was
it
that just
doctor?
like you just
Look,
going?
no, I'm a doctor of education, man.
That's
what I'm
talking
this
about.
is, you know, like I said, I tell my story, my journey,
Yeah.
you know, to be able to come from where I come from and be now at this point in my life, be a doctor of education, you know, from a real school, right? A tier one research
This
institution.
guy.
A technical university.
Right.
No, man. No, look, I tell you, man, just to be able to, you know, to have the title, you know, I get a lot of respect when I go to, you know, whatever state I'm in, doing
Right.
what I do, man. They know that I'm coming with a, you know, I'm coming with some real, you know, power behind me and what I'm saying. It's not just, I'm not just throwing some theoretical stuff out there. I want you to hear and
Now, how's that perceived in the community? Because a lot of times, low-income communities, somebody come in, doctor, automatically, because you think you're better than me.
yeah, you
And
know what?
my
boy.
ears don't quite,
Yeah,
they don't work the
College
same.
boy.
No,
Yeah,
no, you know what?
so-
Go get a
you
book,
make that.
college boy.
You do
Right.
make that connection, man. You know what? You got to know where you at. It ain't about
Yeah.
where you from. It's about where you at. So
Yep.
regardless of what room you in,
Yep.
you need to be able to engage that room wherever you at. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
No, no, no.
Absolutely.
So they may introduce me as Dr. Tre Pennie, but I'm gonna come in, depending on who the
Be
audience
real.
is. They need to get a chance to meet Tre. They need to know who Tre is. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? They need to know
Yeah.
why. You know, why is that title relative to this particular situation? If it's not relative, hey, we're not gonna even talk about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, we're gonna go.
That's what's up.
What connects you to me? You know,
Mhm.
what makes you understand what makes me tick,
Yeah.
right? If I can give you I can go through my life story. You just, man.
Yeah, something on there.
It's just real,
We're-
man.
yeah,
It's like
we're gonna-
something that
Yeah.
and I want people to see that there are real people out here that just genuinely want to help.
Yeah.
Man, it's you know, I want to tell all the young people out there, especially all the, you know, the guys that's trying to get it in you know, in society.
Mhm.
Just don't be so vulnerable to everybody that think that they want to help you,
Right.
or say that they want to help you. Man, you got to be smart. You
Right.
got to be able to read between the lines because everybody wants something. You know,
Oh, for
and,
sure.
and it's
Yeah.
just, you know, we get taken advantage of so often because, you know, our young
Ignorance.
people, they just don't see it. They don't see it
Ignorance.
until it's too late.
So this guy that's calling me about my car warranty, that's probably not legit. Is that what you?
It's probably not.
Is it,
You
it's
gotta
not really
find out
about
what you
helping.
gonna get out of it, what he gonna get out of it. You just
Right.
gotta look at the two, man,
Yeah. So
and weigh it.
it's I almost forgot what I was gonna say. Right. I did forget what I was gonna say, but I had a good question. I was gonna ask you, bro. Like straight up.
Controversy, man.
Well,
Controversy.
yeah.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Let me. You got it.
No, I'm gonna get it here, and I'm gonna just cut you off as soon as it comes.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, I want to throw something out there because this is as close to politics as we usually get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so like the story about the bike.
Yeah.
There is some people out there. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's some people out there who are gonna say, but that's not sustainable. Like that's just you doing one thing one time. How many times can you keep doing that?
Yeah.
I got it.
And what's and I feel like you got an answer to that. So what would that answer be?
Okay, so depending on what we're talking about, are we
Right.
talking about the system itself that's creating these low socioeconomic situations for the people that are living in these communities,
Mhm.
right? If we're talking about addressing that, then yeah, we got to start looking at the leaders, the people that we'll put in
Right.
office, and the policies that are impacting the way that people live,
Mhm.
right? And then there's oftentimes this big disconnect between the people that represent districts and who actually live in the district.
That's
There's
a
big
fact.
disconnect. So, but if we're talking about it from a law enforcement perspective, I think that every police agency they have to do a better job of engaging the communities. You know, what
So
I
it's,
mean,
it's
Well,
not
then there's
necessarily. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Not so much for myself because I think I got a pretty good handle on it, but for other people that may be
Yeah.
listening, that you're not saying that every officer needs to go out and buy somebody a bike.
nah.
You're saying that they need to
That-
engage.
We to make ourselves available. You need
Yeah.
to meet people. You need to know
meet
who's in
people
your
where they
community.
are. Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say this. If we can solve so many more crimes that happen in our communities, if we
Mhm.
just simply get out and go talk to people.
Yes.
Like
Right.
there's a
Relationship.
culture within the black community as a whole. You know, you hear stories about, you know, no snitching or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But that was a real thing that I grew
Snitches
up under.
get
You know?
stitches.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That was real, you know, because nobody wanted to
Yeah.
talk. Nobody wanted to be that one that they, you know, that told. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna have to coin this, man. Like I said, everyone's an advocate until they become a victim.
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
That's the realest thing you can ever hear anybody
Yeah.
say, man.
Yeah.
Because
Get a
you know they
shirt.
can carry that flag
Put that on
all
the
the way
shirt.
to the
Right.
end,
Yeah.
until it happened to you.
Right,
You
right.
know. So
That's a
I'm
fact,
gonna just
yeah.
say, look, from a community perspective, the community has to be willing to take responsibility and accountability for what happens to their communities. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We growing up, our community, we wanted to police ourselves, right? We had the wrong people helping us, but we want to police ourselves. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, good or bad. You know, you gotta want to do that, right?
Right.
You gotta want to see better. You know what I'm saying? If your streets are riddled with crack on the corners,
Yep.
ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You doing what you need to do to get that crack off you live right across the
Yeah.
street.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get this out of here,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And by that same token, the law enforcement that's policing, treat the people with respect.
Yeah.
Get a chance, go meet them, get a chance to see what they need.
Yeah.
And that's going to help cultivate that relationship to where it could build into something, right?
Right.
When you get information, not necessarily about them snitching on somebody now.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, I'm telling my friend such and such, Officer Pennie,
Right.
I'm telling him because I know him. I know he going to look out for what's
I
happening to
trust.
me and my family. He trusts me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And from the political side, man, these politics are so fake. I'm just telling people, look, I ran for Congress,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm a congressional candidate. I ran in a majority minority district, and I did that on purpose. I did that because I wanted people to see that there was something different. You can put your money, you can put your time behind somebody that look like you, think like you, that understand you, and not have to stick with the status quo.
Right.
Right? We have to, as a community, do a better job of selecting our leaders.
Yeah.
When you put people in that don't really have a conceptual understanding of how you live, you're gonna keep getting this reciprocal effect of crime and violence and low education and all these same things we
Because
talking about.
nobody's
earlier,
really
because
understanding
Well-
what the problems are.
Yeah,
Right.
that shit comes
Yeah.
from the household.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so parenting is a big part of it. I hear people always talk about that.
There's 4,600
I-
kids
I-
with no homeless kids in Dallas right now.
Oh man, I'm glad you see. That's what you have so many people
Yeah.
that take that and they say, all these households that don't have fathers in them in the household, or these households that don't have parents. Well, you know what? You got a lot of issues with that. I got a lot of problems with that because I was raised by my grandmother.
Yeah.
I didn't have the father in the household. You know, you got a father that's abusive or a father that's on drugs. You don't want that person in the household.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother dynamic. And then what about the single mom that's having to work most of her time? And
Yeah.
then
Absolutely.
this kid, all they got is, they got
That's it.
school and sports.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing else. That's it.
And fucking social media.
And
Yeah.
social media.
Right.
They're learning everything they can right there.
And
Right.
the friends that they running around with, right? And the people that when they pass out there, who's taking them under their wing? You know what I'm saying? You never
Right.
know how that person's gonna influence them. You know what I mean?
And those are real things, man. I'd say literally, man, the streets raised me, man. I picked everything that I learned in the streets.
Yeah.
And I
Right.
think it's important to have a certain level of street knowledge
Experience.
and experience
Yeah.
while also having your academic experience.
Yeah.
Guys, do what you need to do in school, learn.
That makes
Right.
a holistic person. That makes
Man.
someone that's seen both ends of the spectrum.
Man.
And it can better understand the conversations here and can
And over
really
there.
give some valid input in the conversations here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
that kind of, I'm glad I forgot my question a second ago. 'Cause I remember it now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's a
Yeah.
perfect
That's
segue. Right? So,
Yep.
after 22 years of experience as a cop, you know what I'm saying, growing up, and it looks like you were doing college and schooling at the same time as you were
yeah.
going through your career as a cop. And then after your first run as for District 30, right, for the Congress, right, what did you learn about yourself? Because it seems like you're a person that's comfortable being uncomfortable, right?
You know what? I learned, first of all, I learned a lot about politics. I mean, that's before, man, I used to put these politicians on a pedestal, man. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, I just really believed that our, governor or senator or whatever, you put them on a pedestal because you think that they something bigger than you are, man.
Yeah.
But, man, when you get a chance to actually, politic and get a chance to meet these people, you realize that, man,
They're just people.
they're just people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're just people.
Yeah.
And now whether or not those people relate to how you understand politics, you know, that's for you to determine. But you got to be in that space in order to see how things really work.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these cats are just trying to get reelected. They don't care about what happened in their district.
That's
They
what
don't
they gotta
care,
say.
but they try to get
Give me
reelected.
the security and the
Yeah.
check, baby.
That's it.
Like what
That's
they,
it.
what they saying? Okay,
They
I
get
can,
that
I
money.
can say that.
Oh, for sure.
No plans. That'll be the
For
last
sure.
thing on the agenda.
Man.
If we
Right.
get to it, we'll take care of it. But
Yeah.
no, man,
Right.
like that's what I appreciated about you. You know what I'm saying? Because you really in the streets. You really 22 years. You deep in the streets than most people in the streets. Because you seeing it going on in several different
Yeah.
spaces and the different dynamics and how
Right.
these dynamics clash with one another. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So. Man, just much respect to you, bro, and what you're
Yeah,
doing, bro.
thank you.
Appreciate
I
it,
voted
man.
for you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I could tell to vote for you, bro. Like, I threw mine down. I don't even talk about my voting and all
Let me
that
tell you
stuff.
something. I will
but-
say this, man. In a district, and this is unheard of. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, you take your own political perspective, however you want to do it. But I ran in a district that a majority minority district where it wasn't expected to have nobody come out and vote for me. I
Yeah.
ran it against a 30-year incumbent.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I could say for me to run in that kind of district, it meant a lot to have 48,000 people come out and vote for me
Yeah.
and raise over $500,000 on my
Yeah.
own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's
yeah.
amazing. That's
That-
awesome.
that's huge.
That's
That's awesome.
you know, it just means a lot.
And honestly,
For sure.
bro, like
Quarter
if
million
the
million
president
in
can
that
only
race.
have an 8-year term, why is somebody in the office for 30 years, dog? Like,
That's
I
a
don't,
whole nother discussion.
I don't get that. Those are laws and rules that just don't make sense to me. You know, if this is the never mind. We ain't gonna get into politics because I ain't trying to get into politics. I'm just saying if the president can only get 8,
man.
I don't think
know.
nobody should be able to sit in a seat for more than 8.
I'm gonna vote one
That's
time.
How it
personal.
should be.
One
That's
time.
how it
I'm gonna
should
vote
you know,
one time in my lifetime.
Because things evolve.
And it's gonna be for my sister.
I'm
That's it.
gonna vote for
Y'all
her
enjoy
too.
that.
I'm gonna vote for her too because she
Right.
makes some real funny
TikToks.
TikTok
Yeah,
videos,
she's
dog.
talented.
She on
Y'all
point with the
funny.
TikToks.
Yeah,
TikToks.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Trey, I don't know if you know about Noonish, but we are sports and tech.
I already
program.
know.
You know,
I
you
already
got
know.
you got
Look, I
your
told
guns
you I
up.
came ready.
Repping, you
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
We,
there
you
it
know,
is.
we everybody repping
There it
today,
is.
baby. Jonas got the headband on, getting it in.
He back.
You know?
No.
Yeah, bro. Back,
He
dog.
back,
You know, when
baby.
Jonas got the headband on, it's gonna be a great day.
It's gonna be
You
good.
know, so
Let's fucking
But
go.
yeah, so you know, I think the biggest battle right now,
Yeah.
the talk of the town right now, that
Talk
we
of the
have
town.
to dive into first and foremost, is Kanye versus Drake.
It's funny.
Donda versus CL, certified lover boy.
I love it.
You know
Certified
what I'm
lover
saying?
boy.
Certified
How do
lover boy,
Cer-
man.
cer-
How do you
Lover
get
Boy
that? What
wins.
is the certification body?
Hey, boy,
Putting all your baby mamas on the cover. Certified.
that's like new LL Cool J. That's like an LL Cool J. They love new album. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
man.
Bringing
That's
it
funny.
back.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with Drake, man.
You
100%,
rocking with Drake?
man.
Hey,
Drake represented that TSU on there. You saw that, right?
Yeah, so he
Oh,
got you
okay.
with TSU,
Yeah.
man.
He got me with that with the whole man. He just the whole H-Town thing, man. He did it.
Yeah, he
See, I
did
wasn't-
that thing.
I wasn't gonna
I
let
thought it was
Drake.
a chopped and screw song in
Which
the
I-
front. I was like, wait,
hold
wait,
on
man,
now.
Hold up. Yeah.
So that was I got excited and disappointed when it wasn't.
When it
something
wasn't what I
fire,
thought
bro.
it was gonna be.
I thought,
Yeah.
bro, I thought he was about to
Yeah,
chop
I thought
something
he was
up,
going.
bro. Break
I
his
was
down,
like-
get Thug on there or something, you know, like little
Like,
Paul Wall,
Man.
bring somebody
Somebody
in the mix,
yeah.
dog. But
Yeah.
just giving a
Yeah.
shout out, man. So
I
because
loved
of
it, though.
that,
I like
you
the
know,
taste.
I'm going Kanye. Personally,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, man, I'm not gonna let him sell me just because he's throwing out Dallas girls, man. He ain't
Right.
Dallas, you know, like I appreciate the shout out because we don't get enough love down here in the South, man.
Nah,
we don't.
we don't.
You know, we
don't.
got artists in every entertainment spectrum going off right now. You know, from the
Yes.
Jonas Brothers to
That's right.
Vanilla Ice to DOC to everybody, bro. Like we got people from Dallas.
Jadaku.
Jada
Everywhere.
Cool, you know what I'm saying?
Everywhere here
Acting,
lately.
singing, bro, like
Yeah.
doing everything, bro. And
She's
we've
everywhere.
got mad artists coming from Dallas, Texas. My boy is playing Justin Timberlake on the synthesizer. Daniel Jones, right? In his little Tennessee band, straight out of Booker T.
Oh, yeah.
Got my boy on the drums with Timberland. Like we got so much talent coming out of Dallas that nobody talks to.
Nobody talk
Selena
about it.
Gomez. Dallas, Texas.
Man.
Nobody that's Justin Bieber's ex-girlfriend. He was broken hearted and got
He
married
was.
married
Yeah,
behind
well,
that girl.
Boy, you crazy.
You know?
That was.
I'm just saying, like this is all Dallas Texas, man, and we don't get enough props, so I do appreciate Drake. Appreciate that, bro. I'm with you, Drake, but hey, to me, Drake, his album, it just sound like another Drake album, bro. And
It did sound like another Drake album.
He's had better
That's
albums.
a fact.
And
Yeah.
that's what make
You
it
know?
good,
That's a
man.
fact.
So,
But I ain't gonna
That
take
was
anything
good.
from Kanye, man. Kanye did his thing. I had to listen to it about 4 or 5 times before it
Yeah.
just really
You had
jumped
to
on
like
me.
make
but
it.
I was
So you
alright.
so you forced it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
hey,
Let me try it again. Let me
I
try
had
it
to
again.
do it.
I ain't really like that,
Yeah.
but let me try it. Maybe
Yeah.
I missed something. Like,
see, you
Yeah, man.
said, guess who's going to jail tonight? You know, it's like, hold on now, hold on. You talking about jail? No, this ain't about
Guess who
that.
going to jail
Ain't
tonight?
about
no, that's his
Ain't
favorite
about
song.
Oh,
One
man.
of you motherfuckers going
Guess
tonight.
who's going to jail tonight?
Hey,
Rose, turn it up. Code 3.
Hey, yeah. Oh yeah, you the one. Let go,
So funny.
bro.
Yeah, bro. So,
good,
nah,
though, man.
Jonas, I know you listen to it because you know
I did
you
listen to
you
it.
mad research. You know it's something hot right now. Who you got on that?
I'm still.
Jonas, you team OVO?
I'm old school, man.
Okay.
I just, I was my son's talking about some mixes of stuff that he was listening to. I'm like, boy, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Let me tell you that mix right there, that song right there. There's a mix of that.
Yeah.
This got
That's a
Method Man,
sample, right.
Redman,
Yeah.
DMX on it.
You didn't hear
Yeah.
one
need,
scratch.
You need to find that
The
one.
original.
Yeah.
yeah.
You need to get
You're
that
getting a
mix.
sample.
Yeah. That's
But
Yeah.
I mean, I listen to it, and maybe it's one of those things like collard greens, like you say, that you got to try it over and over again before it grows on you.
You gotta try different
Throw some
people's
hot
collard
sauce on it.
greens.
That's a fact.
Yeah, different people's
some hot
collard
sauce.
greens.
Yeah.
Some people
hot
can't
sauce,
make
hot
them
sauce
hoes.
covers up a lot
yeah,
of
the
collard
same.
greens.
Hey, but
Yeah.
Glory.
So I'm gonna try Kanye with collard greens and
Okay.
hot sauce. And it'll
Okay.
be all right.
Let's
If you
go.
ever need just want some collard greens but don't feel like going through the whole process,
Yeah.
Glory makes a great canned collard
Oh, yeah.
green, dog.
That's
yeah,
my go-to.
collard greens,
Can.
canned collard
You
greens,
don't want to go
bro.
through the process.
Man,
Say you
you
wanna-
tripping.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just
Man.
saying.
It ain't. You know,
It ain't mama's-
mama, it ain't
mama's.
grandma. It ain't. But it is.
But it's
sufficient.
J.A.'s.
Like, it'll.
That's all
It'll.
more reason why I'm telling y'all need to go down to Houston, man, and really get y'all some real
Get the
collard
stuff.
greens.
Hey,
No,
man, go down
no,
to-
them gonna be
Elton,
bomb.
man. Go get y'all some. Go
Hey,
get some
man,
real
go to
collard
South-
greens, man.
But you
South
said
Dallas
go
Cafe,
to
bro.
Houston,
Go to
or go to
Houston,
South.
man.
You gotta go somewhere.
Well, I'm just telling
Together.
I'm just
Together.
telling you
But
where
if I want
it
them
at,
at the
man.
house-
I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
But if I want them at the house
That's what I'm
myself.
saying. Like now.
Yeah.
Like I can go to the grocery store, holler at the
All
glory.
right, so
Them
you
glories.
Bring them
over
glories
the-
back.
boy,
Yeah.
y'all
Glories.
something,
Just like that.
Yeah. Now, I ain't
But
saying
I'm-
glory
I'm-
over.
I'm-
Glory is not on top, like by any
Bonita
means.
collard greens going hard,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah.
They got the turkey leg.
Yeah,
bone
that's
off
what I'm
from the
saying, like-
shit, man.
Yeah.
Glory ain't on top.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
It's just serviceable.
It'll get it done.
And it's
Yeah.
like we're past. It's like that past. We're in that hot
Yeah.
sauce. That'll work.
So,
get
so
it
see,
done.
like
It'll
what
work
Mark's
for it.
saying
It'll work.
is,
Much love for
what Mark's
our
saying is like
homegrown
you go to the grocery store and get the Glory collard greens, and when that cute girl at the checkout sees you got them Glory collard greens,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
she knows
Yeah.
that like you kind of needy.
You
like
need some
she,
real.
You need somebody to take care of you.
Exactly. It's like, oh, poor baby.
She's like, oh.
Yeah.
He got
Exactly.
the glories.
You got the
He got the
glories.
glory. Oh, you got some good collard greens, Renee?
You want-
Hey, Renee,
you
bro,
want to get
Renee
some
is a
the
chef.
sister in your
like,
life.
One day we're going to have a Renee taste off, bro. 'cause
Oh,
Renee
yeah.
got them dishes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Bro, like,
Man.
I don't
There
know
we go.
what. I don't know how he
We can do
finds the
that.
time. But I'm talking, bro. He's good. I'm like, bro, that is an
Shout out
exquisite dish.
to Renee.
Hey, I'm a
That's a
certified
great
judge
presentation.
for food.
I want to
Oh,
do a
you
show
are.
with that thing, bro.
You
You
should.
are.
We
Yeah.
should do a
Yeah.
show. We should do
You
a
are.
show.
There is a certification for,
Yeah.
for that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
See, I like to know where that certifying body at.
Hey, that's fair play. It could be right here.
Huh.
Could be.
Could
Just
be right
saying.
They're doing
here.
it at Fair. They are doing the World Food Competition at Fair Park this year.
Yeah.
This year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Dallas
Okay.
and
No,
Fair
I'm
Park.
going.
Definitely attending.
I'm gonna taste
Definitely
that.
got to do that.
Yeah.
Check
Taste
it out.
that. So Mark, you got Drake. You said you didn't even listen to the Kanye album. have you?
No, I didn't. I like the first, I don't know, 10, 11. It was like I heard and then I was like, skip. I heard like, nope, skip. Skip.
No,
I just skip,
hey, you
skip,
gotta
skip,
go
skip.
back.
You got to
You
try
gotta
it a
go
couple
back.
times, man. You got to
go
do
back.
it again, man.
See,
You gotta-
Oh
see,
no,
I
I'm like, if
understand.
it ain't hitting like right now, I'm out. Cause it's
See-
not gonna be something I'm gonna listen to 5 years from now.
But I think it will be.
I No, it's not.
I think Ye's, maybe you won't listen to it, but
I
I
won't.
think, in commercials and movies, I think Ye's album's gonna be here for a while. Kind of like his other
Okay, so
albums,
you're saying
right?
it is like clean.
It's just
it's very-
It's well produced.
Cleanable.
It's well produced.
Right, it's clean.
It's
like
well-
yeah,
it's a clean album.
to be on like commercials,
It's
it
well
can't.
produced, bro.
It can't be like.
Why else you gonna get a mix of Kanye,
ratchet, like hood?
freaking the Baby and Marilyn Manson, bro? Like crazy.
Yeah, that sounds good, but. I don't know.
The
When I
song went
listen, I
off.
was
That's
like,
that jail song we talking about. But you know, I'm a fan. I knew what to expect. I know when Kanye drops something, it's not gonna be like bangers like for the club. This is like an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He makes his albums like movies.
Yep.
They start slow and then they climax and then there's a resolution. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
So,
his
like,
art, the way he makes his albums, and I appreciate.
The last song that I heard, like that just came on of Kanye's was, or that Kanye was on, was "No Lie."
it. Yeah.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
No lie,
Yeah.
no lie.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
It's hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah.
And
but
still to this day, when it comes on, it's like, oh shit. And it was chopped and screwed.
But
Oh,
back to Houston,
God,
like I
like,
said,
but the-
you know,
you
I don't
ain't
even
like
post shit. I posted that
Lamborghini
one.
Mercy, you ain't like that one?
Huh?
That Lamborghini Murcielago, the Martin-
Yeah, with Jay-Z.
Yeah, that was a banger. Brothers in Paris. I mean, not really.
It could come on. It could come on today, like
Yeah.
today, and you just, I'ma feel that, like.
Yeah.
It just,
But this
but I haven't.
kinda
And
had a
with the
church vibe
first
to it.
time I heard it,
Yeah.
I felt that with, was it Niggas in Paris?
Yeah.
And then, No Lie. With
Yeah.
the first time I heard it, it was like, oh,
Okay.
done. Like that's
Yeah.
it. Bang, done.
Yeah.
Like I really feel that.
Yeah. He had a few bangers on this one too, though, bro. But you got to get to them in the album.
Well, you send me the bangers.
Okay, I do.
And then we're going next.
I do that.
I don't like to spend time like going through like so I'm like that.
See, I
Just
just-
send me the banger. Just
I
give me
just,
the
I
banger.
just ride
Let's
to
cut
the album.
I like the
bro.
clip notes.
You know, like with Drake, I'm good with Drake, but by like the 5th track, I'm like, damn, that sound like the 4th track and the 3rd track.
there
And the last 200
There you
tracks.
go.
Yeah, till Knife Talk.
But
Yeah.
that's not necessarily bad.
21 Savage. It's like
that jam with
different.
21 Savage, dog.
Yeah.
That
Project
goes
Pat.
hard, dog.
Project Pat.
Yeah,
That was it.
Now that
Yeah.
song goes
All
hard.
right,
I must admit. So,
Yeah,
Alright.
man.
you know, as you see here, Kanye wins the contest.
According to J.A. We didn't even vote.
I like that. Wait a minute.
Wait, who you got? Kanye or Drake?
Do
Who you
I
taking?
have
He was
to?
in the middle.
Yeah, do
Oh,
I have
you
to?
was
Do I
in
have
the
to?
middle.
Is this
Yeah,
something I have to
you
take a
gotta- you
position
gotta
on?
pick one.
So Drake wins.
You gotta pick one.
Oh, dang, man.
Yeah.
We're going to edit that part out.
Yeah.
man. So, on to the NCAA.
Yeah,
You
man.
know? Big week in football, man.
It was a big
This
week.
felt like the
Man.
real first week of NCAA football was this week. I
Awesome.
know it was
It did.
last week, right?
It did.
Nah, but this was.
But
yeah,
this was the
it.
week,
This was
man.
it. It was amazing.
You know, OU got out there, hey, they played a away game at home. And
We
anytime
did.
you can pull something off like that, bro,
We did.
you got some clout. And also,
Or
you got a
we
hurricane.
didn't. It wasn't a choice. Yeah, it was also not a choice.
That was a natural disaster that took place.
Yeah, about
So,
that.
but it was a really good game, right?
Yeah, it was a
Tulane
good
came
game.
out, bro. They had some ballers. That quarterback took a
The quarterback
beating,
took
bro.
a beating and kept ticking.
That slide,
He took a licking
that
and
slide,
kept
bro.
on ticking.
I thought his head got knocked off when he slid.
Yeah.
And I'm talking, his head went like
It
5
went like
yards
that.
deep.
Yeah, yep. It was a good shot.
I say OU was supposed to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Win?
No, I say they were supposed to do that. They were supposed to win.
Oh, of
They were
course.
supposed to
Absolutely.
win.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard to measure these preseason games, man. With when
It
you're
wasn't
dealing with-
acceptable.
Nah,
No.
nah.
No, that was a poor
Nah.
performance by Oklahoma in
Hey,
the win.
It could be, but what if Tulane is really their offense really looked they looked very efficient, bro, on offense. They had some guys. They had some guys on offense.
I get that.
Can't do it, bro.
Tulane rolling to Alabama, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
I
Smash House,
guarantee
Texas.
you.
You see what I'm saying?
Like,
That's
period.
supposed
We
to
know.
happen.
Yeah.
Because they're going to dominate the line of scrimmage every fucking game until they come across somebody who has somewhat equal or
Yeah.
close in talent
Yeah.
or skill, a bit, all that.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Tulane is not that.
man, we can't
Yeah.
talk.
Like, don't-
Alabama
yeah.
is like minor league pro team, bro.
Okay. I'll put, I
Like
mean,
straight up. Like
that's
that's
fine.
it's hard to even put
We
them.
put Clemson. I'll put
Yeah.
Georgia in there. I'll put Clemson up there.
Really?
Ohio, huh? Yeah.
I think Georgia
Georgia did its
besides,
thing.
They
even the
did.
Braves.
Them
They
boys.
did.
Georgia
Georgia
came to play.
they got
That's-
guys.
I like that
fake
whole
state.
game. That was a good
Yeah.
game.
That was a good game. Yeah.
Georgia's a fake state. Like everything's fraudulent.
Where did this guy go?
They're all. No, I mean they're good, but they're not winning championships. Like
Man,
the Atlanta
look,
Braves won 14
this
straight
team
division
this year look
titles
good, man.
and one World Series.
This team this year look good.
Yeah.
Georgia,
they
they always good in the SEC East,
No doubt.
but don't ever win a national championship.
Look,
Atlanta
that's
Falcons,
fine.
they were up by 28 in the Super Bowl. Got beat.
Oof.
Matt Ryan. Like dog, like
The worst.
that,
That's the worst.
that's what I mean. Like they're good.
Yeah.
I got no disrespect, but I just never believe they're gonna win a national championship
That's
or any
fine.
championship.
Well, what
The
you
Hawks.
believe is they will whoop Tulane ass, and Oklahoma did. That's what I'm saying.
We definitely
That's
know
all
that
I'm
one.
saying.
Yeah, so
That's it.
We definitely know that one.
Spencer Rattler came
Spencer
out.
Rattler. Yeah, Spencer came
Rattler
out, threw a
does.
pick, went on got hot, went on the run. Now, in the second half, I just felt like, man, I don't know that coach actually really trusts this kid.
Spencer?
Yeah.
He shouldn't.
He shouldn't.
He said like he was shaking up.
shouldn't.
He got shaken up a couple times, man.
yeah.
It wasn't clicking for him, man.
Yeah.
Was it?
He's fraudulent.
Yep. And so when I'm
He's a front runner.
we in it. But Oklahoma, when I look at it's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like Spencer is gonna have to prove me wrong. I wouldn't actually not be surprised if Caleb started getting playing time at some point during the season or started the game.
Yeah.
To be honest, and if we're not championship caliber with no defensive line.
Yeah.
That is consistently removing or replacing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Being hella active in the backfield and or stifling the run.
So
we don't. I mean,
Did they lose any of their guys from last year? Did they all come
we
back?
lost Ronnie Perkins, who was
He was a stud.
he was a dude.
Hey, it's
He was a
24
dude.
back?
But you need 4 to 6. You need Alabama, LSU, Georgia.
Yeah.
Clemson. No, that caliber of D line. If you're talking about winning national championship.
Yeah.
Today.
It's 24 back. I forget that guy's name for Oklahoma on defense.
2-4 is back.
That guy's in
I can't even say it, like
He's an African name?
African. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
that
But
guy
he is back.
an animal,
He's
bro.
solid. He's sideline to sideline. He's great.
Yeah.
He's but at the end of the day, championships are won in the trenches.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
we know that.
Oh, you got that dub, man. So, Notre Dame, man, I got to holler at them, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like,
good.
this game is the most difficult game for me to root for because my homie is the head coach of Florida State.
Oh, it's tough.
My receiver. He's my teammate in high school.
That's
you know
awesome.
what I'm saying? So, this is the one game where I really wasn't even rooting for Notre Dame like that, bro.
So I feel like it turned out like you would have kind of liked it though.
Well,
right?
It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. Went to overtime.
Yeah.
Florida State came back.
Yeah.
They're much better than they were last year and the previous years.
Night and day.
Like I believe they got a chance to win the ACC.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Based off what I saw from Clemson.
Yep.
And just knowing my boy and what he's capable of doing, and they had some dogs on defense.
They
bro.
really did.
Yeah.
They had some dogs
They
on
really
defense.
did, yeah.
So it was a good showing for him, and it couldn't have turned out any better other than the Florida State win.
Yeah.
But I'm a Notre Dame guy. I did that. What's that genealogy?
Man.
Chill.
Hey, I'm 6% Irish, dog. I was wondering where it came from.
You know what, man?
It's in my blood, dog.
I think this has to be
Follow the
year.
rainbow ass.
Hey,
We gotta force these guys into a conference, man. All this
man, you can't
nonsense
force
y'all
nothing.
doing, and
Hey,
then y'all
yeah.
just jump up to
Hey.
the top of the rankings every year. Nah, man.
Don't be
We
mad
gotta
because you
force
ain't on
these cats into a
NBC
conference,
every
man.
week.
Why? I mean,
We
because
NBC, baby. We got the biggest
is
and the best
okay
contract in the league.
is that they do play quality. They play a quality
they
schedule.
do.
Like they
Oh,
do.
yeah.
They don't
Yeah.
take all cupcake.
We have no cupcake games, bro.
Actually,
Man.
technically, you're right. I guess we could look at the schedule last year, but no,
Yeah.
they play a
We won the ACC
very formidable
last year,
schedule.
right?
Mhm.
We didn't beat Clemson in the championship, but we won the ACC, right? So I mean, we got a tough schedule, but
You guys
and Notre Dame will never.
man. Y'all can't just be floating out here doing.
No,
what
bro,
you do, man. That
we
ain't
beating
gonna
up on
fly.
everybody. We beating up on the USC's and the Clemsons and the North Carolinas and like we're beating up on everybody, bro. Oh, you can come get it. They came and got it. Texas
We did.
came and got it.
Yeah, indeed.
You know?
Yeah.
Like
I remember.
we beat LSU in a bowl game. Like
Yeah.
we're beating teams, bro.
Yeah.
So we ain't know.
I'll say
We got
they're
24
justified.
As long as we got 24 karat gold in our helmets, bro, we ain't signing a line on nobody's dotted line, man. So yeah, so we got to win, man. But much respect, man. I think the story of this game was Florida State, man, and the great improvement they made from last year. So
Yep.
man, we gonna see Mike, man. Good luck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Send me a jersey, I'll rock it, bro. Cause
Yeah.
for the first time in
You
my
will.
life, man, I'm rocking with Florida State, man. I can't stand maroon schools. No offense, OU, but offense at the same time. But anyway, moving on. Alabama, of course, they went out.
Yeah.
I didn't
Man.
expect
Just throw
them
them
to
in the
roll.
national championship.
I mean, what
Yeah.
other school do you know
Yeah.
can lose a top quarterback, receiver, running back,
Right.
and I
Name
don't know
it.
how many got
2 receivers.
cornerback,
Yeah.
like,
Nah, them guys,
all-
2 receivers.
yeah, all these guys
Cornerback,
first round.
linebacker, D-line.
Nick Saban's like, who cares?
Bro,
We go out, beat number 14, 44-13, bro.
yeah.
That was a disgrace for Miami, bro. Like, were you expecting to see that?
Yeah.
You
I had
we
20.
expect
I
to
was
see-
like
we definitely
21.
expect to see that, yeah,
I'm 3
yeah.
touchdowns for like 3 touchdowns.
y'all expected to see that with all
Yeah.
those guys going and moving on to the
man,
NFL. I thought it was gonna be
Yes.
closer.
No,
Man, it's
but the
Alabama,
way they
bro.
groom,
It's a fact
the
of
way they
it.
Yeah,
groom,
yeah.
They are
talent
already next
is
man up. They
unbelievable.
are
They
already
are.
waiting next man up.
What
Yeah,
them
it's
boys
like-
eating out there,
they
dog?
are.
It's
It's
the-
amazing.
They on that Jeffrey Dahmer, dog. They eating humans, dog. They get to the field, they don't
Man.
care about
That's
your life,
it.
dog. Like
Hey.
Nick Saban got something crazy going out there, man.
It's
It's
awesome.
straight factory, bro.
Yeah, it's a factor. It's
They got-
unbelievable.
He took Cam Newton job, you know. Matt Jones, let him go. He's like, screw it, bro. Like, we're gonna keep this thing rolling, man. Then North Carolina got beat by Virginia Tech, man. So North Carolina's quarterback
game.
is supposedly a top quarterback in the draft
Yeah.
next year, but
That
can't be losing to
Virginia Tech's defensive line in that game was very impressive.
Yeah.
They got a
Right.
lot of pressure rushing for, and I mean they came after him quite a bit, but they were in his face. But I would say he absolutely missed throws that if you know he's going to be the Heisman guy,
Yeah,
should have been made.
Gotta make
There was a couple. There was a couple open guys,
Yeah.
and he had the ability to kind of to get them shoulders around and get it there,
Yeah.
and he just missed his targets.
Heisman hype, man.
No, they were touchdowns. One was
Heisman
definitely a
hype.
Heisman
touchdown.
hype, man.
Yep.
Like, he
Yep.
might be another Spencer Rattler on the East Coast, bro. Like,
Might
straight
be.
up. Like, straight up.
Might
You
be.
got to win those games, man.
Yeah.
UT came in, got a good win against ULL. They ranked 23, but when was the last time anybody
Man.
looked at the Raging Cajuns as a good football
Yeah,
team? You know, it's
man,
one
not
school.
really.
It's one school in
Yeah.
Louisiana, and that is LSU. Everybody knows that.
But you guys lost. So go ahead.
You know, I mean, I ain't
Oh,
LSU.
you-
No, I ain't with them. I ain't rocking with them. They
Oh, you-
lost.
oh, okay,
No, I'm
okay,
Notre Dame,
all right,
baby.
all
You know,
right.
I'm Notre
Yep.
Dame, but
Okay.
you know, LSU lost this weekend.
Didn't LSU lose?
LSU took no
Man, LSU had to lose.
had to UCLA.
UCLA. Oh, they did lose UCLA.
Did they lose?
Oh,
They did use UCLA. Yeah, Chip.
They lost.
Chip Kelly out there, dog. Yeah, put it on
so
him.
what that Sean Renee what did he go for?
I don't know. I don't
I'm gonna
know.
find out.
Is that for UCLA or
UCLA. That running, but like
I'm not sure, man. But Chip Kelly, man. I mean, it's about time he did something since he left Oregon.
Sean
Cause I
Renee,
heard they were talking about
get rid of
100-yard
the coach, man.
game and a touchdown. Wow,
Yeah.
Nah, what was the score of that game?
38-27.
Wow, that's a.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, you
lost
could
it.
say a good game. I mean, wow, that's impressive.
27.
So Chip Kelly might be doing something out there at UCLA, huh?
I would usually
Yeah.
go for LSU because I'm from over that way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good. You got Jackson State.
But yeah, we can talk Jackson
He said we
State.
We got Jackson State, dog. You know. And now, hey, congrats, Neon Dion. You know, prime time out there, getting that
Man.
first dub, 7-6
Wow.
over a highly ranked HBCU. Florida A&M, you know what I mean? I wonder who won that battle of the bands. But hey,
Right.
Dion,
That's what everybody came to see.
yeah, bro. But
And the
hey,
uniforms. And the uniforms.
And
Oh,
And the
Dion,
uniforms.
them unis that Dion brought out this year for Jackson State. That is serious, bro. He got them looking real good, man.
They look good.
I don't know if you saw his press
They look
conference,
good.
but he's like, man, why don't the HBCUs got the names on the back of it? Was it $5? Y'all he said, I sponsor $5 for everybody to get the name on the back of the jersey. Hey, mama and them want to see it. I was like, yeah, you're right about that, man. That's why these kids
Yeah,
work,
That's
man.
funny.
That's usually the first time I got my name. I was like, man, this is great. It's great. But shout out Dion, man. Y'all did your thing, bro. Excited to see what happens. So he's got his
Excited to
son
see.
at quarterback.
That's it. Excited to see.
And he got
man.
his son, Shiloh and Shador. And
safety.
Shador, yeah, it's safety. It's safety, bro. He laid the wood on one play.
Man.
Unlike his father. I never saw Dion make a hit like that, bro. I think I saw Dion get trucked by a quarterback one time. But
Yeah, I got trucked by a quarterback.
yeah, one
funny.
time. But yeah, but no, he came up and laid the boom. But you know, he's got a true freshman son at quarterback, man. I think the kid's gonna be special. He's a gifted kid, you know, a lot of ability. But moving on to the NFL, man. So you know, we got week 1.
Week
right?
1.
I'm done with my fantasy drafts. All
Day
3 of them
one.
jumps. saying?
I'm all set.
Yeah, good to go. I got an A and 2 C's. But I still think my C's are gonna win, bro. 'Cause I know why I pick my guys. You know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got them
We're gonna find
sleepers,
out.
bro.
You in all sleepers
Got
on
them
one
sleepers,
like,
dog.
on 2 squads?
Hell yeah.
Who's the biggest one?
My guy from Jacksonville, Chenault.
Really?
Yeah, I think he's a sleeper, bro.
You think they're gonna protect Lawrence enough?
No, I think they won't protect him, and that's why he get the ball, because he's running them flats and them curls and them screens. Hot routes.
Hot route.
Wow.
Straight
All
up.
right.
All right.
I think he'll be a hot route guy, and he's very athletic.
800 to 900 yards this year.
500 catches. Hot routes.
Nope. They're running the ball. Nope.
Yeah, no, my sleeper is really Cobb
a lot of-
in Green Bay
Oh, that's a
and
good one.
Antonio Brown.
That's
I think
those
those
two
are
good.
my
I think
sleepers.
AB is
Yeah, primed and ready.
Yeah, primed and
Some
ready.
big
From what I've heard,
Yeah,
AB has been looking really good.
yeah, and when is he not? Even when he
I
was
know.
locked up, like
Yeah.
On the bench,
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
still
yeah,
out
yeah.
there killing kids on the field in his Raiders helmet.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, bro. So I think the Cowboys and Bucks,
Nice.
man. Unfortunately, we got Zach Martin down this week.
Big
COVID. Jerry's still holding out hope
yeah.
for a couple positive COVID tests. Hopefully today, so he can go and play tomorrow. But we'll see if that happens.
Yep.
But doubtful. And if he's not playing, even if he was playing, I don't think the Cowboys are going to win this game. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I think you're accurate.
Yeah.
Man, we still got to see what Dak gonna do, man.
I'm not a fan.
We still got to see what Dak gonna do. We just hadn't.
Yeah.
We hadn't had that test, man. We got to see it.
Even with a fully loaded Dak with a unbroken leg, like Dak still wasn't that thing to me, man. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I want Dak to be great, but coming from a quarterback and Tony Romo that we had, and he made mistakes, taking chances, but he was an accurate quarterback. I ain't seen that accuracy out of Dak yet. I haven't seen him get the ball out on time yet. There's things I want to see Dak evolve into that I haven't seen yet. That's the only reason why I'm hard on him. You know what I'm saying?
Look, he got the
Understood.
money. He got the money, so we ain't got no choice but to ride with Dak.
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
at that point, yeah, that's the
absolutely.
commitment.
That's it. We just gotta.
Them
He
intangibles-
gonna do it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Them
He
intangibles,
gonna
he's
do
much
what?
greater than Tony ever was
He
with
gonna
them
win
intangibles.
something. He gonna do something.
He gonna win something.
He gonna
Yeah.
win
Like
something.
7 games,
See that's probably
7, 9,
10.
10 games.
10 games.
Man.
10 and 7 with the additional game.
We'll see how good
Starting at
we'll
0-2.
man.
see how good the
Man.
run game is.
Yeah.
Let's see what
That could be the
let's
key
see
to what
let's see
they-
what the whole line look
Amazing
like.
shit.
Exactly.
And then let's
Yeah.
we gotta wait. We gotta get past the first game. Let's look at it. See what's going on.
Yeah, let it be. Let it be.
I think
Let it
Zeke will
be.
be great this year. Now, if a running back runs for 2,000 this year, does it still count since they added another game?
Wait, if what?
If a running back goes for 2,000 yards,
Yeah.
like, are you still going to look at it with the same respect since they added an additional game? Like, it's not
No.
the same to me.
It's not the
Should it be
same.
like
No,
20,
'cause-
2,200
Yeah,
yards?
2,100.
It gotta be,
You gotta move the
23.
goalpost now.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
20
you gotta do
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Just make it 3,000.
This,
Yeah.
yeah, flat 3.
3,000 yards
Let's set an
season.
aggressive goal.
Derrick Henry, if
That's
they hit
impressive. Yeah,
3,000,
yeah.
you were under
Yeah.
the bar, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you're not living up to expectation.
Yeah.
So the Ravens, they got to overcome some big injuries,
Whew.
right? So
Ooh.
Dobbins,
That's a lot of
running
injuries.
back,
Haymakers.
yeah,
I know.
they're their number one draft pick,
Bateman.
right?
He had surgery. He actually had groin surgery.
Yeah, groin surgery. So
Groin
he's
surgery, bro.
out
You know
as
what the
well.
groin is. Y'all, I mean, that, oh, fuck.
Yeah, and Hill, he's another running back, right?
Justice, yeah.
Yeah,
He's one
Justice is
of
here.
the
Yeah,
kind
he's
of
out too,
new
yeah.
explosive, the other explosive kind of guy.
So how do you feel about the Ravens' chances this year, man?
I
Given what's
still
going
think we're
on?
fine. I think the scheme is great. We still got, defense is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that we're an elite passing offense in the
Yeah.
first place.
Yeah.
Bateman is obviously going to help that when he gets back, because he makes those really tough catches. No space. My guy's on me. I can make the tough catch.
Yeah.
And he's actually a really good route runner.
Yeah.
But no, I think the Baltimore scheme is such that those guys, it's tough to lose them,
Yeah.
but it's still tough to defend that scheme.
Plug and play.
And defense.
Yeah.
And special team. We're pretty good at
Yeah, special teams.
Oh, yeah.
our putter is
Oh, yeah.
right, like
Yeah.
top of the league, like.
yeah.
And so we can play the chess game as we typically do and muck it up and make it a 3-point ball game, and at the end figure out a way to kick a field goal to win, or figure out a way to stop somebody, get a sack, fumble, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Just that's the Raven way, is to just make it tough,
Muck it up.
muck it up.
Muck it up.
Fuck,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, they
just muck
like
it
the
up.
muddy, rainy weather
I
games.
love that
All day long.
all day,
Yeah.
like absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, bro.
So, I mean, it is tough, but I think that will be fine.
Will we see Lamar evolve this year?
I heard somebody said the backup may take Lamar's spot.
Nah,
Bro, he
no
had
way.
a great preseason.
Have
Hey,
you seen
come on.
Gene,
He's
bro?
really good.
I was like,
Really
yo.
He's really, and he can throw the ball with
Oh,
accuracy.
yeah, he can.
Like he can
actually
maximize
can.
that offense. Now
He could.
He
He
might
could.
not be as explosive
Man.
as
As a
Lamar
runner,
on an
no.
individual play,
No,
but
no. So,
he can
yeah,
keep them chains moving,
he will keep the chains
and he's
moving.
on time with that football. And
Yeah.
accurate.
He really is.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Lamar and in the passing game.
Yeah.
Because we've all, I mean, consistently, everybody's kind of like, well, their passing game has to improve in
Yeah.
whatever capacity. I think it's more efficiency than it is volume.
Yeah.
They don't need to throw the ball a ton. They just need to be more efficient with whatever it is that they're doing in the
Clock.
passing game,
Beating that clock up and beating that defense up until the second half for a big run.
which is what we did. I
Yeah.
mean, what we do.
Yeah,
But that hasn't. I don't know that it wins Super Bowls.
yeah, because you got to put the points up now.
You're going to have to
Yeah.
put the ball in
As
the
long as
air
Brady
at some
and
point.
Mahomes are playing.
Yeah,
That's
Aaron
right.
Rodgers.
Ooh, like I
You're
said,
going to have
we're
to put
on
the ball in there
another
at some
world
point.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Lamar had to put the ball in there versus Buffalo
Yeah.
because the clock ran out, was
Yep.
running out, and they had to put it, and they couldn't.
Yep.
It looked bad. Like, it didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't know. That part has to fit in this year in some capacity for them to have a real chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
these injuries are tough. But I think they're still going to make a run. They're a contender.
Yep.
Period.
Yeah.
Like, they just
Either
are.
way, yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
speaking of Super Bowl, we'll scratch out all the conferences. I need Super Bowl predictions just like last year, man. Who do y'all see playing in the
Kansas City.
That's
20,
good.
21st week of the season now, I
Yeah.
guess?
Man, repeat.
Like, who you think it'll be Kansas? You think it's a repeat? Bring
Repeat.
it back, run it back?
Man,
Kansas
I
City
don't-
and New England?
I said repeat.
Really?
It's a repeat, brother.
Man, okay. Okay.
I mean, you got the best
Look.
of the best. I mean, you give
Yeah.
me, show me something else.
Yeah, okay. It's hard for me not to see. Well, quietly, I think the Rams got something
Yep.
quietly.
Yep.
Because of what they have on defense and the ingenuity of the offenses that McVay has put on the field.
Yeah.
Stafford, it's been
He brings
quiet.
talent.
Sonny
I got
Michel,
no,
Very
right,
top,
right.
but
Yeah, I
look-
got you.
Backfield with
Yeah, because the run, like, he has a very unique run game that
Yeah.
they can control it, but that defense is insane.
Yes.
We have proven
I-
pretty last year. We got proven. We know what we're going to see from last year.
We do. And when I
This
look
year's
at
a lot of
Tampa Bay over there,
speculation, man.
for
everybody else. With
except
all these new-
Tampa Bay, I know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Everybody got new schemes, new structures they running, and what we're gonna do. We don't know if that
We don't know if
that's
that's going. Yeah, I know.
I mean, we got to see
I know.
Yep.
But I don't. I can't put them in the Super Bowl. But
it. You can't do the
I gotta
repeat.
throw 'em
You
out
can't do
there.
the repeat.
I know that they will likely be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But out of the end, I'm putting the Rams in there. I'm putting the Rams in there because of the defense, and I like McVay. I like what they have on offense.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
got Rams
and then in the AFC, I got KC.
Rams and KC.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. And so who you got, Jay? Super Bowl. We know this is your expertise right here.
Right.
As long as you don't say Jackson State women's basketball.
Right. Yeah, we'll do better than that.
Yeah.
But I mean, who else from that side of the woods, but KC? Like,
Yeah.
who else is really?
I've got one.
But they're on
You know,
they're
you
on
do.
that side of the woods.
I've got one.
Buffalo's?
No.
Buffalo's not.
Hey,
Well, two. It's a couple.
I
of
don't,
them.
I don't keep up with that.
no doubt.
It's,
Is
too complicated for me.
Yeah.
They're on the East Coast, but they're like
AFC,
there should be
Yep,
there should
exactly.
be somebody needs to zone that properly.
How to zone that.
Yeah. So I'm in the north.
Yeah,
America.
yeah.
it's
I
those-
mean,
yeah.
I hadn't really thought about Buffalo, but
Right.
still, I mean,
Yeah.
KC is really
It's just-
it's hard. It's like you said, it's kind of hard to. it's like
It's hard to not.
it's so obvious that it's like
Right.
I almost want to pull back from that.
No doubt.
But yeah, I kind of do. I kind of think that's
Yeah.
the direction that's probably going to go.
Yeah.
And who else you got?
And us, you got essentially.
I think
I'll
Tampa Bay
you know,
again?
Bucks, Green Bay.
it could be. I mean, if anybody,
Seattle. And us.
yeah. Seattle would probably be a top choice.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to just say Saints just to
screw it all up,
to
yeah.
upset the
Yeah.
whole.
I mean, they did beat
without
Brady up
the
2 out of 3
Breeze, I
games
don't know.
last year.
Without
didn't do it when it
Without the
counted.
Breeze, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
well,
It's
yeah.
tough.
I
yeah,
don't know what
that's
Winston
the
would
that's
be.
I
that's the
like-
question.
I like
is
Winston.
I do
there?
too. He can
I
upset
know.
some things. He had the longest
Mhm.
pass.
He got
of
the
season
long
for him
ball.
last
He
year,
got
yeah.
he got the long ball, but I don't know. I just.
It's like
can't
you said a
see
while
it,
ago.
man.
It's
hard.
untested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's untested.
It's
Yeah,
untested.
we got to see.
Speculation.
But that's what I would.
It's
I
tough.
mean,
It's-
there's what I kind of think is probably going to happen, and then there's what I'd like to see happen.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see
Mm.
some of that untested come through and be,
Unte-
you
yeah.
know, like be hardcore and
Yeah.
and just blow some stuff out.
Everything
Yeah.
otherwise. Prove
Yeah.
us
Right.
otherwise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Who you got?
But not.
gonna be hard to say. Hard to say. You know, like I
NFC.
said, KC and probably. I don't know.
Bucks.
You
Like
know,
you wanna say
Tom, you're going
Bucks.
away from Tom.
Repeat, man. Repeat.
Yeah,
You
I
can't
mean
get
that would
away
be
from Tom, man.
that
Come
would
on.
that would be.
Ideal.
I think
Ideal.
honestly, I think, and I'm my little lady is a neighbor. We got to have her on here one of these days because she could talk some smack about football.
Bet.
But, she's gonna be mad because she loves Tom Brady, but
Oh, shit.
that train's got to end sometime.
Yeah.
Like, dude is getting like every year.
It ain't gonna be this year though.
Nah.
Every year he gets a year older. Every year he racks up more injuries.
True.
Yeah.
Like sooner or later,
Sooner
Yeah.
or later.
sooner or later that bet's gonna pay
That
off.
is a fact. Sooner or later, it will be over. Yes.
So you got
That's funny.
So who you got?
That's funny.
NFC.
I think I'm gonna stick with my. I think I'm gonna stick with my upset the apple cart and
New
say
Orleans?
say New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Just
New
for-
Orleans.
So you
Yeah.
got New Orleans
Chiefs.
and KC.
And the
New
Saints.
Orleans and KC. One
Alright,
of those
so-
is probably right.
I'm gonna go the
Yeah.
other way.
Okay.
I think the Bucks are
Like-
gonna do it.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
I just think they're really good, and the NFC is not as strong as it has been in past years. Right.
Hmm.
But AFC
Mm-hmm.
got 2 names for you:
Yep.
What you got?
OBJ and Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Those are good
That
names.
Cleveland defense is gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Jadeveon Miles Garrett
Then got your guy
coming
over
off
there.
the edges.
Yeah. They
Baker
gonna
Mayfield.
Baker
with that
Mayfield,
ring.
Joe
They gonna
got it.
work that clock.
OBJ,
And I love Baker's.
Kareem
I love
Hunt.
Baker,
Nick
the
Chubb.
character.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the,
Yeah,
the
you
battle.
know what? We want to give them. I want to give Cleveland a
You know,
chance. I do want them to
Oh,
have a
they,
shot.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah. I'm with that.
they've been down for so long. I
Yeah.
like to see them
Yeah.
have their
I
shot.
want to see the
I
Cleveland
think they're
Browns.
playoffs.
Yeah.
I
For
believe
sure.
They're definitely playoffs.
No doubt.
Cleveland and the
Never
battle they gave they gave a full power KC trouble last year.
Oh
they
yeah.
hurt them
And they had the
guys.
opportunity
Yeah.
to actually.
The O
Go
linemen
up.
were hurt in that game for KC before they
Oh,
went to
I
the
see.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, before they went to Super Bowl. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
And it was close.
it was close.
It was close.
Pat
Oh, they had
Mahomes
a
was
chance
out.
to-
He was
to go up
concussed.
and win.
Couldn't finish that game.
Let's
Yeah.
start it.
So that's old school hard hitting defense.
Yeah.
NFL Films defense. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Steve
Yeah.
Sable, dog.
Yep.
Right. So
okay.
this is my upset. Cleveland Browns Super Bowl this
Super
year
Bowl this
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
versus the Tampa Bay Bucks, man.
year.
And if
Man.
it happens,
Yeah.
y'all know y'all heard it first.
Okay.
Man.
But I think that addition of Jadeveon Clowney on the edge with
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is
Yeah.
something to reckon with. Bro.
It is.
And if they can stay healthy, that is going to be something serious and something special.
Man, that's a lot to put on 2 players, man. That's
No, it ain't.
So-
Not them.
Yeah, not those two.
No. They
Not
go.
those- yeah.
They go.
Alright.
You
Like,
talking
Man.
about the 2 Under Armour model
Go.
men on DN on the same
hey,
squad.
Not
right?
them two.
Man.
Yeah,
They
no,
got big
they
shoulders.
got it. Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
They
what
they
we
got
got
it.
for this week. So we'll see how that runs. We're going to keep
They
track
got
of it all year, man. So NBA, quick news, DeAndre Jordan joined the Lakers this year, man. That could be a big special piece, man.
The
So we
next
got
line of super
DeAndre.
team.
And, yeah, bro. Hey,
Another
they-
super team.
All-Star in 2012 up in
Yeah.
LA right now. You
Yeah.
know, so we'll see what happens, man. That was huge for him. MLB, Rangers just want to kick this out there. They are who we thought they were. 49-88 right now. Nothing to watch there. Keep your eyes closed. Don't even worry about them. Let's work for the next 3 years.
That's close.
Home run leaders, we got Shohei Ohtani with 43. Who did I tell y'all about last week? Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
Told you he might
Damn.
catch a young man. He now has 41.
That was
Man.
quick.
Right? 2 weeks ago, the man had 33. You know?
Dang, okay.
Got 8 bombs in 2 weeks. He's running up, bro. He's
found
gonna give
something.
Shohei.
He found something.
Okay,
Found
but,
something.
He found something.
but the question is, so yes, he did,
Yeah.
no doubt. But what's up with Ohtani? He's not racking up as many on his
Consistency.
side.
Consistency.
Yeah,
So, I
that's
mean,
fine.
he's been a consistent right here.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what he
And,
does.
and Salvador was here, and then he's on this. He's on this
Hockey-
uptrend right
hockey
now.
stick.
So, you know, that's
Yeah.
just like a good, when it comes to March Madness,
Right.
you don't want the team to be like here, y'all see,
Yep.
winning every game. You don't want Gonzaga. You want Baylor. You know what I'm saying? You want the team that's on that uptrend. So,
Yeah,
hey, I
yeah.
think Salvador might catch him before the season
For
ends.
sure.
He might.
He might. So
Is he
he
gonna-
might
is it-
catch the pitcher.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah,
I was gonna say, is he
and I
gonna
think
start?
that's what he's taking to heart.
Is he gonna
Have a
start-
pitcher win the home run title?
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he's gonna start pitching too?
No, he's not going to do that.
Yeah.
But he'll keep catching. Hitting bombs. To have a catcher leading the league is dang just as impressive as a pitcher leading the league in home runs. Because catchers can't hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Straight
That's
up.
interesting.
Straight up. Buster Posey, Pudge Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, these are respectable catchers. Vlad up in, not Vlad, my guy
Who
up
was
in
with the
St. Louis.
Cardinals?
Yeah, he's still there. He's like 21 years next year.
Dang.
Yeah, bro.
Wow.
So,
Amazing.
Yadier Molina.
Yadier.
Yeah, bro. Yadier.
So
That's the
that's
man.
rare.
Yeah, that's rare. So
Okay.
catchers they're not known for hitting at all. So for him to be doing what he's doing, that's a special year for Salvador Perez. And he's got a World Series under his belt, too, with KC
Nice.
a few years back.
Yeah.
But we will talk about boxing, but for what, man? De La Hoya, man, we already know what's going on with him. We think,
Yeah.
whatever. Nobody's talking about that fight. Wilder and Fury's coming up in October. But
Yep.
now it's time
Looking
for
forward to that, baby.
Tech. I am too.
We need that one, man.
We're going to talk about it a little more when we get a little closer.
Yeah.
But for the sake of time, you got a meeting coming up.
Oh,
2 o'clock. So,
Yeah, we finna get out.
22 now, so we got to get you up
We'll
out
talk
of here.
some tech.
so right.
Yeah, bro. So I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. So, Jonas, man, tech talk, baby. What's good? What you got for us this week, Jay?
All right. What do you do when you get fired?
On your day off or just period?
If you get fired on your day off, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's still
When
in
you get
boxes,
fired,
Craig.
You don't sabotage your
All
company.
right.
It depends.
There's a
Yeah,
guy
some people do.
at
Yeah.
a credit union in
I
New
heard
York.
people going postal.
Yeah.
Well, this guy
that's-
seems to think he did. So a guy got fired from a credit union in New York, and he basically wiped out 21 gigabytes of data as a revenge. They're saying as
God.
a revenge thing.
Oh my gosh.
Now, y'all saying, "Oh my gosh," I'm looking at that thinking, man, if you ain't talking terabytes, we
Yeah.
ain't even talking
Yeah.
about nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
like
You're
that.
right.
big.
Like I delete 21 gigabytes every day
Yeah, just trying to keep space.
just to
Yeah.
make some space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it depends on what 21 gigabytes it is.
But you
Yeah.
did say a credit union, so this has
was
to
a
do
credit
with
union,
finance.
that's right.
So as we're dealing with finance, brother,
Yeah.
we're talking about some
Could
potential
could
criminal
get
charges
serious.
on this
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
But then again, like they don't say that it's financial data. They don't say that it's customer data. It's just something. So, we don't
wouldn't-
actually know.
I would think
It
you
could
would have
be-
something
like,
in
it could
place,
be-
like a backup on a daily basis.
Yeah, right. You'd think.
Yeah.
You would think.
But
These people ain't thinking like that.
I mean, I don't know anything about this. I don't know anything about this particular credit union.
Yeah.
But it's probably been around for a while.
But it's probably been around for a while,
Chances
and
that they
a
updated their tech.
lot of places are not as.
Yeah.
A lot of places that you would think would be high tech
Pretty
are not as
inundated.
high tech as you
Yeah, you're right.
would like to
You wanna
believe
be.
that
They
they
are
are.
Yeah.
legacy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Legacy
so-
systems. Oh, I forgot there was one subject. Can I add to Tech Talk this week?
Absolutely, I think I know where you're going.
The NFL banned NFTs
Banned
and blockchain.
NFC,
Oh,
NFTs, and
yeah,
blockchain.
yeah. I saw that.
What is up with
So,
that?
yeah,
Is that an NIL thing or is that
No.
a?
Not in the NFL.
I know.
Ain't no NIL. That would be
You
no
can make
NFL
money
if
on
there
you
was
make
no
as much
NIL.
money as you can in marketing if you can.
Right.
Yeah.
But so what's
why
their
would
what's
they do
their?
that?
I'm thinking a big
What's
part
that?
of that got to do with because a lot of it is hinging on the players' actions or what the players have done.
Yeah.
And a lot of that may be you have to split that money down the middle. You
Well,
gotta that
what-
money down.
no,
licensing. Yeah, if it's that's what I think at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
NFL
because
helmets
you're
and
using
uniforms
something.
and-
I mean,
Right.
I mean, obviously that's their stuff. But if you're
Yeah.
talking about using, you know, something that's a player has done to
Yeah.
make that into, you know, an NFT, you know, you gotta pay that player now.
And this NFT
So-
and this blockchain is a personal thing. This ain't
Yeah.
the
Right,
whole NFL, right?
Correct.
So in order to use my image and my logos, I need a cut.
Right.
You
So
cut
if they
that.
haven't put
But
that in the
Did
language
they?
yet,
Yeah, I
Right.
wonder what it said specifically, because a player can create it. I mean, you can still create an NFT.
it just can't have
Well,
the NFL. So
let's
for
think
instance,
about
like,
it. You remember when my man was doing this?
Dez?
Dez
Yeah.
was doing that.
Yeah.
So let's say he wanted to take that and do it himself.
And
Yeah.
he did.
Well,
and
he probably
actually.
did, but
But
I'm
he's
saying if
retired. But
if
he
a
wanted to take
player-
that X.
If the
Throw it up.
NFL wanted to do it, then
Wearing Nike
Yeah.
hoodie
Yeah.
and Nike joggers.
problem.
I know
with a back hat.
here-
Like, yeah.
yeah.
should I say the name of the individual or should I not say the name of the individual? Because we're making an NFT for an individual that played
Yeah.
for the
Keep that
Chargers.
disclosed. Yeah,
Yeah, for the Chargers.
yeah.
And it got shut down because we couldn't even use the Chargers logo. We couldn't use the
No,
Chargers
no, you can't.
colors
Mm,
like that yellow.
That's
Yeah.
deep. Yeah.
Oh,
We couldn't use that yellow that the Chargers have, right?
But you can use
But we
yellow
could use
number YN1112.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Couldn't use that specific
You
yellow.
can use that yellow.
Couldn't use
that's
that
fine.
specific logo.
Yeah.
Couldn't use
Mhm.
anything that indicated the San Diego Chargers.
That sky blue. Like,
That's
no.
deep.
Couldn't do that.
That's deep.
Yeah.
So, and we wondered why, but it all goes back to that licensing.
Well, the question on that is though is it are they doing a perma ban? Is this forever?
until
or
they
is
can
this-
capitalize
They gotta
off
figure
of
So
it.
they
out-
Right.
figure
set
out how
up
they can
set
make
up
money
their
and not-
infrastructure with
yeah,
Is
the
it
yeah,
BS.
just
they money.
is it
Yeah,
just
yeah,
that they
yeah.
haven't
There's
figured
gonna
out
be
how to?
Yeah.
There's going to be an NFT company that has to go into the NFL, and it should be us. Why not? Right? And go in. Hey, can you set that conversation up with Goodell? Can you get Roger on the phone?
Right,
Go
yeah.
get Roger on the phone.
Yeah.
That's more
So we
like
can-
D.
hey,
Maurice Smith. That's
Can
D.
we be
Maurice.
the official NFT? Let me be quiet right now.
Indeed.
But
No,
why
they
not?
got
I
to
mean,
talk that. I mean, and
so-
that's-
somebody's
Somebody's got to have that
has to be what it
conversation,
is,
and
Yeah.
it'll probably
That's what they're
to be
doing.
honest, it'll probably
'Cause it's-
there'll probably be somebody on the. I'm not going to like. I'm not saying it's this company, but it'll probably be somebody on the order of like a McKinsey or an Accenture, that scale of company
Mhm.
that will then subcontract that out to other little places,
Exactly.
and they'll take a cut and they won't do anything but
Yeah.
no Roger.
Know the intro.
Yeah.
Make
So
the
does this
introduction.
also ban the
Right.
ability of the player to get a partial of their contract in Bitcoin and
Mm.
other cryptocurrencies?
That's a good
No.
question.
It doesn't ban
that?
I'm
Seems part
I'm
of
thinking there's gonna have to be some problems with that.
Why? How?
I mean, because you wouldn't have this player
Mhm.
but for the NFL, and if the NFL has already said
Oh yeah,
no,
I see what you're saying.
then how can this player benefit from it?
Right.
Wait. Say it again.
So you have the player
That wants to receive payment in whatever crypto.
Yeah, I mean, you talking about creating their own NFT.
Oh yeah, no.
No,
Now we're talking
now
about
the,
payment.
like Spencer
Oh,
Dinwiddie. He got a portion of his contract with the Nets.
That'll be
in
paid out
cryptocurrency.
into
Oh, okay,
crypto.
yeah.
And
okay,
back then,
okay.
the
Yeah, no.
value of the currency was like 9,000, and now it's at 50,000. So he actually won big time,
Indeed.
and his contract is lovely, probably the richest in NBA
One of.
history.
Oh,
For
now
sure.
that might be.
Yeah, that's not gonna change.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if
Well,
that.
that's a
but now
currency.
just keep that away from
No doubt.
if they can no longer do that. But that's a very
No.
smart.
Yeah.
But
smart
the NFT
tool.
thing, I get that.
Yeah.
It's just like trading cards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it
exactly.
is.
Exactly.
And they're like, nah.
Okay.
It would just be so much easier for them to my mind, technically, I guess it would be much easier for them to jump into that and say, okay, just this is our cut, and
How you
maybe
manage
maybe
it?
maybe
How do
there's
you
some
manage
flex
it?
in there that we can.
But now they have to
How do you-
limit.
how do
they
you
have-
manage it?
Yeah, they got to limit who the people participate with.
That
to
yeah,
manage,
that's,
Ton of
to
NFTs.
that's
manage
basically
the
it,
play. Yeah,
right.
'cause
Yeah,
you
we need to
got
make this phone call. After this
thousands of
phone call.
NFTs.
Hey
going
Roger,
on.
I hope you're watching. Roger Goodell, you stud. I love what you're doing with the
If
league.
we're just seeing it publicly. That means
Yeah,
the deal
so it's
been
the
made.
deal. The deal
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
already in the
They're
works.
like,
late. We
wait,
late.
oh, that's what an NFT.
No.
Oh no,
Yeah.
fuck no, they can't do that.
Yeah,
Issue that.
done.
The deal been done.
Done
Well,
deal.
I'll tell you the other
weak sauce.
The other big hot buzzword right now, besides blockchain and NFTs, is artificial intelligence,
Yes.
right? So, this recent study from the Department of who the fuck did this surprise was
Great department.
automated hiring software is mistakenly rejecting millions of viable job candidates.
Yo.
Wow.
Just completely overlooking them for various
I can see
reasons.
like the robot Nazi.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And what it comes down to,
No
as we've talked about with,
crazy, bro.
talking about like using AI to predict who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the bottom line is, it all comes down to what parameters you're looking at and what data you're feeding in. And if
input.
it's too simplified, too
Yeah.
simplistic, then you're
Yeah,
gonna miss.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're gonna miss.
Or
You're gonna
not.
miss some
Man.
important intangibles.
So
or
if you're
gonna
using
miss
AI, you must have a wide range of.
Well, you need to know. You need to know.
It's tough.
You need to be
Cool.
very
You can't
clear
fit-
on what it
you can't-
is
yeah.
that you're getting out of it. Because what's happening with this hiring software is companies like, just regular old companies
Mm-hmm.
are buying the software from other companies, and those companies, the ones that produce the software, are saying this thing is going to solve all your problems.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact of the matter is, like, they don't even know what your problem is.
Okay.
They don't know anything about what your problem is. They're just looking at what is, what can I sell?
Yeah.
And they're saying this, I see that people have this problem. They're getting inundated with job applications from LinkedIn and ZipRecruiter and all this kind of stuff.
Filter all of this
And
shit out.
Yeah, and so we're going to put
And
this
get
out
you
there
the
that's going
best
to filter all
of-
this stuff out.
Yeah.
And, all it's doing, that's like a lot of times what early stage technology does, is it's exacerbating an existing problem,
Okay.
which is that the people who write the job descriptions don't necessarily know,
Okay. Yeah.
and the parameters that they're applying to it don't necessarily align with what the need is.
They're actually looking for.
Jonas, can I say
And
something
then
real
there's
quick?
bias. Yeah.
Real quick, and we're gonna get right back to it because this
Nah,
is
we're
a
good.
great topic. You know what I'm saying? But Trey got to run.
Trey's got to
Oh,
leave us.
Trey gotta run.
Got a jet. You know, and I don't want to keep the man from doing his
Oh,
business.
jet?
'cause this
You wanna
man
get on
about
that jet?
business.
Well,
But I want
Net
to thank y'all
jets,
so much for having me
Lunar
on, bro.
jets.
Bro, this was great, man. Got to do it again
Man.
sometime, bro.
Hey, look,
appreciate
I love
it.
to come hang out
Bro.
with you guys anytime,
You know,
man.
might be congressman. You know, we
Hey.
went from sergeant to doctor. Might be congressman
Man,
next
God
time
say
you
the
back in
same,
the building.
man.
You
Yeah.
know?
God say the same.
Yeah,
I really
bro. Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it, though, man. Thank y'all so much for having me on. I
Absolutely,
look forward
bro.
to meeting with y'all again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
man,
sure.
this was great,
Absolutely.
man. Great
For
time
sure.
having you. Appreciate you coming on, bro. And yeah, I throw the guns up one time for you. Hey, I got an old coach out there, Tim Tadlock,
You
on
throw
the
the gun.
baseball squad. So yeah,
Oh,
bro.
that's
It's,
what's up.
yeah, it's going down. It's
I'm
going
like,
down.
pop out.
Hey, Trey, where can they find you at? Trey, where can they
Look,
find you at, bro? Websites, any, whatever you got.
Obviously, my campaign stuff is up, man. So I'm at Sergeant Pennie, still Sergeant Pennie. Everybody still know me as Sergeant Pennie. But look, you can find me anywhere. National Fallen Officer Foundation. I'm still doing. That's probably my biggest advocacy right now. Traveling to the country, just trying to raise support for our police across the country, guys. So look, we moving in another different phase right now. So we got to start coming together and just start figuring out how we can work together, man.
Absolutely, man.
So-
Absolutely, man.
All right,
Right
thank
on.
y'all,
Appreciate
man.
it, bro.
Appreciate it, though,
Next
bro.
Hey, y'all,
Appreciate you, bro.
look out for Tre Pennie,
Much
man.
love,
Got a
baby.
book coming
Likewise.
out, probably 2022.
Hey, man, you-
23's going down, baby.
It's coming, man.
I'm going to throw it
It's
out there,
coming.
man. That man
It's
got a
coming.
story, bro, and I'm proud of him, man. Proud to have him on the show, man. Awesome guest today, so, yeah. We gotta come back to the tech talk. Hey, have a good one, brother.
All right, bro.
Hey,
Have
Thank y'all,
you
man.
shop. Yeah, man. So to the back to the tech talk with Jonas.
Yeah, we're here.
Cut
We're
out
just
real
chopping.
quick.
That's all good. That's all good. Sometimes it's me that has to leave.
Yeah.
One time.
Yeah.
One time.
One time.
One time, one, two time.
So, what do you think about the automated hiring software? I mean,
I
That's
think.
tough.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah. I mean, we've had issues with several different
Yep.
types of technology, leaving certain people out of things, and for a while. I mean, it's not a new issue.
well, I
right?
mean,
So-
let's just lay that out there on the table. Like, there are hiring parameters that get fed into these things that
Yeah.
exclude black, Latino
Yeah.
women,
Yeah. Yeah.
probably two or three other
I
Yeah.
was
that I'm
kinda-
forgetting about.
Characteristics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I was going with my last
Right.
comment, but I didn't call it out. But yeah, exactly.
Well, I mean,
what else is new? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
shit, that's
the
regular
police.
life.
The police have left the building. So
Yeah,
you know,
bro.
lay it out there, man.
Let it rip, bro. Like,
No, that's life as we
No,
know
but
it, man.
but yeah, I mean it's a real thing though. Like that's not even a matter of controversy. That's a
Yeah.
proven fact
Yeah.
that's the case.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And like I said, I think that what we are seeing is an amplification of an existing problem.
Yeah. I mean, hell,
Really?
iPhones couldn't even recognize my face, bro, for a while, dog.
Right.
Like at nighttime, if I'm in a dark room, bro, I couldn't even unlock my phone.
That's
Oh,
just,
ain't no way. Yeah,
That's just
you know
because
what I'm saying?
that's because your
Too
sexy
dark,
is
bro.
overwhelming.
Yeah, too dark, bro. It's like too much for this screen.
Wait, you're not offended about it, are you?
I was.
Seriously?
Well, actually, I wasn't, because I didn't even realize it was.
You
an
didn't
issue
know it was
Yeah, like, you
until
know-
I realized that my other homies could, in the same situation, unlock their phones.
Right.
I wasn't offended, but I was like, damn.
Huh?
But now I'm unlocking, bro. I'm
And now-
unlocking now.
Oh, but the camera better.
Yeah, exactly. They fixed
Yeah.
the technology.
Yeah.
I
There was-
didn't know
they
that
had
was.
to-
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, for
Hey,
sure.
did y'all see that meme? Like, you gotta unlock this brother. Like, it just be a picture, and it'd be like
No.
a bunch of white kids and a black kid, and the black kid just straight black. You know what I'm saying? It's like on a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you,
He's like-
they're locked, so you can't see what character it is.
Right.
You know, but when you
Right.
unlock them, bow.
Yeah.
So that's a funny meme. So that's I always use
It
it.
is.
I'm like, man, I had to get
Yeah.
unlocked on that picture, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
That's awesome. That's amazing. But I mean, shit.
but that's
We
true.
dark.
I mean,
we're dark.
Yeah, yes,
Yeah,
sir.
it take a special
There's-
camera to see that
there's
shit
that.
at night, nigga. Like,
That's
don't
But
be-
then-
don't be acting like.
I mean, so unlocking the iPhone is like you said. I mean, it's not really something to be offended about, but it needs to be fixed.
Yeah,
But then you got hiring software.
yeah, that's jacked
That's a
up.
problem.
That's jacked
That's a
up.
big problem.
Yeah,
And then you got places that are trying to use like facial recognition.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, guess what they're training that shit on?
Yeah.
Like they're training it on like predominantly white people, and then some of them have even gone so far as to use like what do you call it, mugshots.
yeah.
Well, guess who's been incarcerated for the last 20, 30 years,
Yeah.
more at a much
Oh,
higher
yeah,
rate.
yeah.
So guess
for
who's
a nickel
now
bag of marijuana.
right? Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but now they can't get a job.
Because I had a kid go to jail for marijuana, and by the time he was out, it's legal.
Wow.
Oh, God.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
What the
that's
fuck?
crazy, bro.
Yeah, that's a what the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but we do we're doing these things, and we're throwing this technology at it, and it's not the tech. It's not really the technology that's the fault. It's that we've got some societal issues that we ain't even thought about fixing yet, and the technology is just bringing it out into the open.
Yeah,
Oh,
So-
for sure. I
absolutely.
believe that. I mean, that's yeah.
Shit, Donald Trump brought it out
That's
to
what
the
it
open.
is.
He very much in a very
Yeah.
low technology way.
Yeah,
super
yeah.
low tech,
Just
but,
Twitter, but
It-
yeah, that's a fact.
It exposed the great divide.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that was very real.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
All right.
it's what it is.
It's, I mean, but it's been going on with like
Right.
And it ain't gonna change. Like it
banking
may
systems
look
have
different
been
on the
doing that
surface.
forever, bro. Like with
Oh yeah.
loans.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
freaking rental properties or mortgages or
Right.
whatever it might be, man. Like even a car loan, like that's been going on forever.
Right.
It's just like, oh, really? Like, okay, that's
Yeah.
just life as we know it. Now it's
Yep.
going through the software.
Yeah, and you're gonna
Yeah.
do yeah.
They're
You
just
need a brother,
Absolutely.
you need a brother coding this stuff, man.
they're doing the same thing, just faster.
You need a brother
That's all
coding
it
this
is.
dog and leave all the white
Faster.
people out. See how people like that.
Well,
I mean, not really. I'm just kidding.
can't happen.
You know what I'm saying?
It can't happen.
What did I say? You can't do nothing without the white folks.
Can't happen, bro.
Yeah, bro,
Just
it ain't
saying.
happening.
Can't,
dog.
ain't happening.
It ain't
Nah,
happening.
it
bro.
ain't, yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
That's why I like talking black and white. I talk because like I grew up in Cedar Hill where it was like straight up white and black. Like if you live in there, you can't be racist, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because it's such
Yeah.
a blend. Everybody's together in the community, so it's like the conversations we have conversations that make people from Oak Cliff,
Yeah.
from South Lake, very uncomfortable.
No doubt.
Like,
yeah.
But you can have that conversation
Yeah.
because we grew
That's
up
how
that
it was
way.
at my school.
Yeah.
I mean, but yeah.
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think the thing that a lot of white folks don't recognize is like a lot of white folks of a certain mentality don't realize is that they're facing the same problems to do with income, to do with what do you call it, generational poverty.
Yeah.
To do with
Talking about middle
lack
America.
of
What do you mean?
education.
Talking about
And-
They're facing the same problems in what regard?
well,
They're facing a lot of the same, not all the same problems, but they're facing a lot of the same problems, even to some extent with discrimination, because there's places in the world that doesn't matter what color you are, if you come from that part of the world,
there's no opportunity there.
you're not getting anything.
Yeah,
We're talking about backwoods
discrimination
and,
comes with life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, that's just a part of life.
Yeah.
But what's happening to them,
Period.
what they don't realize is, aside from not realizing that they're experiencing a lot of the same things, is that they're being played to say these people are not like you.
Yeah, there's us and them.
Yeah,
Yeah, us and
you're
them.
like us.
Us and
You're
them.
like us with our ties
Whatever
and
that is.
suits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When people start
But
talking about
that's-
welfare, not realizing
No
the majority
doubt.
of welfare comes from a lot of white, rural places that
Well,
don't
there's still like what 50-ish%
Yeah.
of people is white. So unless
Mhm.
everybody
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
which is not the case,
It's like not the
then
case. Like
I mean,
a lot of
it
people
just,
don't align opportunity with like access with situation and circumstance.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
It's like, oh, this dude's freaking lazy.
100%.
No, this
Mhm.
dude went to school,
Yeah.
went back home, and there are no jobs there.
Right.
Mhm.
So
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
So
So if you're not living in one of these major cities, like you're not gonna get the access and the opportunity.
well, let's spell that out there a little bit, because I know what you're talking about, and I think Mark knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But let's spell it out a little bit more clearly. That if so, maybe not. Maybe you're not the best example because you know everybody.
Yeah.
But like some kid coming from Oak Cliff, like the kid that Trey's talking about, that's on a bicycle.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's growing up there.
Yep.
Maybe he does well in high school.
yeah.
You know, maybe that cop
he
gives me a
does.
bicycle is like the trigger that gets him. He's on.
Straight
he's
A
on
student?
Yeah, straight
Yeah.
A student. But he doesn't know people at the level that high dollar business gets done.
Doesn't have resources and access.
He doesn't
to
have
resources.
access to the
The
people.
counselor at the
Access.
school doesn't care about teaching them about how to get to college.
The counselor at the
No.
school don't know
Yeah, they
how
don't
to do
know
it.
who- They
Yeah.
don't.
They
Yeah,
don't
they
know
don't
who
have
to talk
access
to. Yeah.
to the money.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
find
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah,
Now you take the same type of circumstances on a kid that's coming from somewhere in rural Texas or rural Alabama, Mississippi,
Yep.
some of
Same
thing.
thing.
Little tiny places.
Idaho.
But it's a white
thing.
kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be the same
Guess
thing.
what?
Same.
He has no access to capital. He has no access to these resources. He doesn't know the people.
Yep.
He doesn't have the family relationships at that level that where Uncle Bob can call John that he
Yeah.
plays golf with or
Yeah,
went
yeah.
to had a was
Yeah.
in a sorority with or whatever sorority. It was a fraternity.
That's that product of your environment situation.
Today
right?
could be a
So, see, I was in a sorority one time, but they kicked me
But
out.
it was not because
They
you
called-
was
they
in a
called-
sorority.
Snuck
They
through the
called
back
campus
door.
security. No.
Yeah.
Climbed up the stairs that
Yeah.
night.
But I mean that's the thing. It's like we're the vast majority of this country and most other countries have a divide between the people who think that all they have to do is keep working really hard, keep their head down, and do what they're
Grind
told,
it out.
and it's all going to work out.
Yep.
And the people who know that what's going to make it work out is because I know that guy, I know that guy, I
Yep.
know that guy, and I got
1000%.
Exactly.
and I got
And it's only a
2.5
handful of
million in the
those,
bank.
Who you know, not
which
what
is
you know, right?
what life has been
right.
for the history
Right.
of life,
Absolutely.
and it will not change.
Right.
Absolutely.
There will be a handful
Right.
that
That's-
have, and there will be the majority that have
Right.
not.
Access is not only resources, that's access to information.
Yep.
Right? That's access to, there's so much more out there. Like,
Right.
one of the craziest things, and I'll say it again, that someone ever told me is you know what you know what you don't know what you know, and you don't know what you don't know. Those are 4 facts of life.
Right.
So if I don't know what I don't know, I'm not going to find out until somebody puts that in my world, plants
That's right.
that seed.
Right.
Now, I didn't even realize that was a thing
Right.
to even think
That's
about.
those what the
What?
hell.
Really?
This is like when my tire blew up. I said, "What the
Yeah,
hell?
it's like
What was
there's a
that?"
tunnel downtown that will get me from here to the central downtown.
Yeah.
I've been living here my whole life, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
No,
that until
yeah.
somebody showed me that. And we
That's
walked
real.
and went to Starbucks and to the restaurants and walked past the steakhouse and
Yeah.
all underground in downtown Dallas.
Yep.
Yeah.
I live here for
That's where the
20
lizard.
plus
That's where the
years.
lizard people go too.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know about one of these spots because these are swanky.
The swanky
Yeah.
spots down there.
These are swanky.
Yeah,
But, that's just access.
it's access. Yeah.
You know?
But at the end of the day, that technology,
Right.
whatever it is going to limit access to certain individuals. Whether it happens through AI or human,
Right.
It's going to be there. That's
Yeah.
not going to change. That's never going to change.
Oh, yeah. No, those
Ever.
parameters are set for a reason.
Never gonna change.
They haven't expanded upon them for a reason, not because
But
they just don't know.
but do you think that there is room to improve on that situation?
Absolutely.
Well, okay. Let me ask you.
Improve in what,
Let me ask you a different question. Same question, but let me ask it differently and make it a little bit
Okay.
easier for you to answer.
Yeah.
One, do you think that can be improved upon, and then two, do you think it is likely, without some major something happening, that it will be improved upon?
So, an improvement is giving certain people who wouldn't necessarily have that opportunity an opportunity. That's improvement.
More input.
Yeah,
into
I
the
think
Okay.
given more access to opportunity, I think is probably the
Outs-
best that can be.
Okay. And so part of what's been programmed is it. We've had success as it is. My company flourishes as it is.
Right.
Typically, if I bring it, I know what I'm going to get, and it's going to be good. Why would I go outside of that? Is that part of kind of the
That's
lining?
that's
to,
one
like,
thing. Yeah,
it
I think it's
why
I think it's
broke it,
been
or fix
We're looking at two
something that
different
ain't
views.
broken.
We're looking at inside looking out, and
Mhm.
outside looking in.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Outside-
inside looking out because the inside controls
Exactly.
the game.
Exactly.
That's all
outside
that
looking
matters.
in,
Mhm.
I'm here too. I
Doesn't
can do
matter.
what y'all are doing.
Like I hear you,
But-
Unless you
but
change
it doesn't
the game.
matter.
That
Yeah,
machine
yeah,
is
exactly.
functioning properly
Exactly.
as
So,
it is.
Right.
If it ain't broke,
Why would I fix
why
it?
would I fix it?
The only reason they would is because somebody's written an article about it. But if that had not been said, no one would have done anything.
Oh,
about it, and that would have
they
continued
probably
on.
wouldn't even know 'em.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't even know.
Like the companies using this, like
Yeah.
they probably knew.
yeah, maybe.
Probably.
I mean,
But
They
again,
probably,
probably
if it
they,
ain't
they
broke,
set the parameters.
why fix
Well,
it?
that-
That's
Like,
the thing is like I think what this particular article is referencing is like the companies did not set the parameters.
Okay.
Like they write the job description,
Gotcha.
but like people have been writing shitty job descriptions for
Oh,
as
yeah,
long
forever.
as forever.
yeah, yeah.
So
But-
it's probably
so,
back
I
to
mean,
like
yeah,
The
to-
creators of the AI then.
Yeah.
they write shitty job descriptions, right? Like,
Yeah.
right.
okay, therefore, they kind of have an idea what they're going to attract, whether
True,
it's through
true,
Glassdoor
true.
or
Yeah,
through
yeah.
this
That's true.
technology or whatnot. So,
That's true.
and they're
That's true.
probably hitting the same percentage
Right.
in terms of hire and then production. Like, hire this person typically, like, they
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
they're not firing them
Right.
in like 6 months. Again, I just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And if they don't want you, fuck it.
Right.
Go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So that's
Well,
that's what and I mean we could talk about this for hours.
Yeah.
But like one of the things that I look at is like there's corporations that are essentially just machines
Yes.
that whatever their actual whatever it is that they sell,
Yeah.
they're machines that move, they're machines that are made out of people. And if you don't fit, just like any other machine, they want the right part
That's
that's
right.
going to fit.
How
Like
does
it
that
sounds like a
identify
football
person?
team.
Like you got to take it when it comes
Sound
to
like
input.
any sport or team.
Yeah, like when it comes to input,
You don't
have
fit.
to.
Yeah,
I'm
to
not
some
even looking
extent.
for that type of player.
Yeah, but
But
you got to
then,
break
like,
it
you're
down
out.
to the most elementary things when it comes to input. Like you can't assume that this machine or whatever it is, right, is going to understand that these are the parameters that we're looking for.
Of course you can.
Right, we can't
Why not?
assume
Oh, right.
that it's
I
going
see
to
what you're saying.
recognize a black, a Hispanic, a white,
Right.
like
Oh,
a
yeah.
person. Like you have to break it when you're talking about computer language. It is as it boom, boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom. You have to be extremely specific in your input.
But I think that's.
Well,
I also think that's kind of better that the race is not even a part of the whole
Right.
equation.
Yeah, but it's still, but it's not. But it is.
It is. It
It's
isn't but it is.
minimizing
Yeah.
the opportunity for a lot of races because of what's going on. Like, and I don't. That's what I'm saying. It all depends on what the machine recognizes as a person.
We don't know that.
So people are-
we don't have the
but-
code, so we don't know.
True.
Yeah, we don't know. But you're saying, like, at the beginning of this, a lot of people have been eliminated because they're black, Hispanic, and female.
Well, no. Now let me be clear.
Right?
This in
So
this
we don't
in
know
this
the
particular
parameters set,
article.
but
This particular article is not race based at all.
At
Like
all.
this
Yeah.
this is just saying that people who, in general, people who would otherwise be qualified
yeah,
are either failing to trigger whatever in the software says you need to look at this person,
yes.
or they're triggering something that says this is not the right person for this job.
So have they identified
Right.
exactly
But-
what it is that's making them
We
not?
don't know.
And we
We don't have the
that's,
code.
that's it.
You
It's
gotta
like
have the
You're
code.
right. Yeah, you're right.
Because
You're
it
right.
basically comes down to the
Whatever's
their-
in the code.
Yeah,
They're either overly
Qualified.
they're either being overly constrained with what they're looking for,
yeah.
or they're looking for something that's sort of general, and they're oversimplifying.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
is what it comes down
Either,
to.
Oh, I see.
TMI or not enough information.
In the code, yes.
Yeah.
In the
Right.
code.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Which
that's like
have
there's-
the companies complained about what the code has been offering up as potential hires?
I think where this started was they had a couple of complaints from had a
Companies?
couple of HR complaints.
Oh,
Rec-
so
they
from the
they
company
recognize the
side.
pattern
And they
that
saw, well,
the
this
same
our
type
software
of-
didn't recommend you. That's the reason that we didn't look at you. And then the person says, well, but I'm
Oh, they had
I'm very
outside
qualified.
complaints.
right.
Mhm.
But they,
That's
that's
how-
what
and
I'm
then-
saying.
And then the company
that
comes
brought
back
this
and
up-
says, okay, well, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And
But the company was not dissatisfied with what was presented by the software.
It was
well,
still
yeah, I mean,
qualified
I think
people.
they probably were, because they're missing candidates that they might have gotten that may be more qualified or maybe a better fit or
Okay, so okay.
may, you
So
know,
more when you're
Right.
missing more qualified individuals, that's
That's
a
an issue.
whole nother
Right,
ball.
That's an
right.
I'm like that's
Right.
the thing.
Yeah, that's an
Because
issue.
Yeah, for
as
sure.
a company, I
Yeah,
would
'cause
want
otherwise
the
they wouldn't
best of the
care,
best of the best.
Unless you're Major League
yeah,
Baseball.
yeah. Sometimes we just want to fucking suck.
Yeah. Sometimes we just play. We just want to throw a team out there.
No,
We
but
just-
okay, so that makes sense.
I think
to me.
sometimes there's just a like there's a company that says we need this department, just put some people over there.
Just put
Yeah.
some-
Who's-
please,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, as long as they got that one guy that can do it all.
Yeah, we're good.
But there's also,
Yeah.
but that's what I was saying about the company as a machine. Some companies, like there's especially tends to be larger
Yeah.
companies. Once you get over about 500 people, you start seeing more and more of this. It's almost inevitable that they become that machine, and everybody in there is really just even all the way up to the CEO is really just a cog in the machine.
Yeah.
Like, and you
Wait,
have to
1000%.
fit into that position, that role,
Yeah.
and do things as a from all the way from the guy in the mailroom all the way up to the top.
Yeah, that's right.
You're going to be doing stuff that may not be what you wanted to do,
No.
but it's what you have to
What you-
do
yeah.
because that's what that company is like.
That's what it is.
And
That's
then
right.
there's other companies which tend to be smaller and tend to be more
Nimble.
agile,
Agile, yeah.
nimble.
Agile,
It's
yeah.
good, but that
Flexible.
I like nimble.
Both.
Nimble's
Same.
good.
Yeah.
That place more value on relationships and creativity,
Right.
and those
Right.
companies tend to get very upset if they're not getting the
See,
Proper
yeah.
feedback.
absolute best of the
From
Absolute
best,
best
All
of
the-
the best.
because
in terms of
what they're
intangible
looking for
stuff.
is
Yeah,
different.
unseen
Yeah.
Yeah,
stuff.
they want
Like-
different. They want different viewpoints.
Yeah.
Right. They want. Yeah. They
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
want the same dude pushing.
That's
Right.
right.
They don't want the same 400-pound lineman running over dudes. They
Right.
want.
Yeah, all I need
variety.
you to do is just be strong right here. Just put your
Yeah.
arms out.
Yeah, they need that guy, and they need the smart
Right.
guy. They need the
Yeah,
slick
yeah.
guy.
Well, if
they
you're
need,
if you're the Yankees, right? If you're the Yankees, where you got a ton of money,
Yeah.
you got
Well,
you're regulated into how
machine.
like
Yeah.
the maximum you can play your players is based on regulation, not based
Yeah.
on your budget.
yeah, salary cap.
You got you got all the players that you want. You got
Yeah.
all the selection you want. Like you're not interested in some maverick guy that's going to come in there and say, "Hey, I'm going to change the whole way we play
Not
this
at
game."
all.
Yeah.
They're not interested in that.
Bye.
No.
Yeah.
They need
However,
the
if
clean-shaven guys that come and do their job.
who was the team that just started not too awfully long ago?
They just started
Tampa Bay
baseball.
Rays.
Maybe that may have been.
But
like if you're
recent
basically
team.
if you were to start the
franchise like
a brand new franchise on a shoestring budget.
Oh yeah, you need to
And
create the most.
You want
Tampa Bay
the
Rays.
craziest,
That's what- yeah.
the people that are going to come up with just some crazy shit
yeah.
and do whatever
Everybody
it takes.
throwing 100.
Yeah.
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 Or I mean whatever it is.
Whatever, yeah.
Like that's when you start getting people doing just
Yeah.
like we're gonna do this crazy play that
Shohei Ohtani.
right.
So
Everybody's like what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
that needs to be understood. I mean, the software company is not going to not sell, but at the end of the day, like that part should be understood in terms of when you're dealing with AI.
Yeah.
Here's some of the limitations.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I mean, if you are a Yankees or you are a well-oiled machine, you can plug and play.
Absolutely.
And it will spit out whatever
Right.
you need. Like boom, boom, boom. Like
Right.
you won't worry about that.
and
Yeah.
and if
That
if you
makes
got a part
so
that
much
doesn't
sense.
fit, chunk them, get
Chunk 'em.
another one.
Yeah.
Get
Just
another
that quick.
Yep.
Tee it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That
they don't
makes sense.
care. Like you're in and out so fast, nobody even knew you were there.
For sure.
But if you're at one of these smaller places, it's a little hard to make that analogy with like football or baseball teams because there's a limit to the team size
Yeah.
ultimately.
Yeah.
But
If you're
but there's not a limit to budget.
What's
Uh,
the
Right.
basketball league?
Yeah. The
Right.
3-on-3.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
If you're doing something like that, you want to
You're
like
limited. You want to max
need,
out.
Yeah, because you need that creativity, that spark to even get off the ground.
Yeah. And
Because
yeah.
that's the only thing that's going to make you stand out against somebody who's got
For sure.
a million times your budget.
I need Allen Iverson over here balling when he's 42
Yeah.
right.
to
Whatever
get people to come
whatever
out to
it
my
is.
arena.
So
You know?
what we're saying is tech, artificial intelligence is not as personable. That's it.
No.
It's
At the end of
it's a
the-
machine.
At the end of the
It's a
day.
machine, and it's going to fill machine parts.
It is, yeah.
Like it's perfectly designed to do
To
that.
do what it
Yeah.
does.
Right.
Yeah.
But that doesn't necessarily mean
Mean
that
it's
it's
the best.
equitable. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily
Yeah.
mean that it's fair.
Uh-huh.
But I think to me, what I think is the more important lesson to take away from that is to realize as you're a young kid coming up or somebody who's been in the corporate world for a while and looking for a change,
Yeah.
is that those big corp jobs are not the only jobs out there.
Yeah.
The
Mm.
way more than half of the jobs, way more than like 90% of the
90%
companies
of Dallas is
Workforce.
is
small business.
Small businesses.
Yeah.
And small
Entrepreneurs.
businesses, well, not all small business. Some small businesses just want a cog in the machine too.
Mid-size,
Yeah.
But a lot of them appreciate somebody who's bringing a different perspective,
Right.
Can wear
Me-
many hats.
can wear many hats, can
Right.
do lots of different things,
Right.
and is willing to learn, willing to be flexible.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, if you're in that position of being a young buck getting started, or somebody's looking at a career change
Utility player.
or whatever,
Yeah.
Mhm.
Go shine somewhere where that
Mhm.
shine is going to be appreciated.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Talk
Yeah.
about
Don't-
promotions. You
don't-
gonna climb up that chain real quick.
Yeah.
Don't go try and be a shiny diamond on
In
a
an ocean.
on a factory
Right.
floor.
Yeah.
Nobody
Be-
cares.
Be a big fish in a small pond versus a small fish in a big
Yeah.
pond, or
Yeah.
a big ocean. Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. But I had a lot of fun with this
Hey,
episode, y'all.
This has
That's
been
great,
this
bro.
has probably been the most political episode ever
Ever.
of Noonish.
Ever. We got some real talk going on.
But we got some real talk.
I appreciated it too. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
it
We didn't
was
get too
intent.
deep. We didn't get too deep in politics. Don't do that.
Right. But we want you to succeed.
Yeah.
Whoever
man.
whoever
We're-
you are, we want you to succeed.
We all for the people,
Exactly.
man. We had a good time with this episode. Tre Pennie was amazing, man.
Yeah,
Great dude.
He's a good dude, yeah.
Young dude, a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, man. Y'all gotta check out his book.
He's got
Look
a
into the dude.
hell of
He's
a
got-
fight ahead.
Yeah, he's
you
got
know?
one hell of a fight ahead of him, man.
Yeah.
But hey, I think he dude with the right heart, doing it for the right reasons, man. Unlike a lot of these guys out here in the streets and the politics. But yeah, man. But next Wednesday, same time. Next week, we got a future champion on the show. Mr. Frank Martin in the house, Coming from Derrick James' team, this man's been knocking dudes out, winning fights left and right. Golden Gloves champs from Indiana, Indianapolis, and Jalen Smith's cousin, right? from the Dallas Cowboys. So we got some family ties right down
Family
here in D.
ties.
But yeah, he'll be on the show next week. Frank, man, can't wait to have you, bro. It's gonna be a great show. Let's get it next Wednesday, sometime around noonish.
Peace.
We out.
Peace.